Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
Oh, heck, it's misty.
It is misty, it is misty. Have I pressed all the wrong things here or what? Yeah, of course I have, because it's me. Right, okay, folks, welcome to BSTV. You have joined us for week 13. That's right, 13. We had 13 weeks in this season, thanks to a leap year, and an extra day apparently gives us an extra week of racing. I don't know. That seems like really, really good maths to me. We are at Spa-Francorchamps. Was that good French, Sam?
Good enough.
Good enough, right, excellent. Well, I'll do some more French later and you can laugh at me. We are in the TCRs. We are the Challenge Cup, Season 18. It's the last round, folks. It's the season finale. You know, tears and everything. I'm Pete Bingham. I'm joined in the booth by Sir Alan of Toon, as always. Good evening, Alan.
Evening, folks. Evening, Pete.
And you've already...
Evening, Sam.
Yeah, I know. And there's Sam introduction. Good evening, Sam Boozin.
Good evening, Pete.
Yay.
Sir Alan and everybody watching.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Spy. I didn't know.
I know it's one of your favourites. It's not everybody's favourite though. Some people really dislike this track, and I think they dislike it because of the previous iteration of this had off tracks. Well, basically everywhere. Even it felt like even when you were driving on the racing line, there were off tracks. But not so much now. They have changed this. This is a remapped track. It's much more driver friendly. We've got a 21-degree track, which is very cool. We're in the middle of the day. We are in, of course, Sam's home country of Belgium. And we've got an expert here, Alan. There's nothing he doesn't
yes, they
know.
make excellent beer.
They
And
do.
we've already had a discussion about whiskey. You know, Sam's got all his things screwed on in the right place.
He really does, yeah. We'll do a tour of the track in a minute. This is probably the most successful season we've ever had, because this is the last race of the season. We have 31 drivers in the session at the moment, which I've never seen on the last race of a season before in any of our leagues, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
Amazing,
remarkable.
Pete. Isn't that amazing?
And 2 new sign-ups on the last race of the season.
Crikey.
Whether they realised it was an endurance race, I'm not sure. But yes, folks, it's an endurance race tonight. Let me get rid of what's in the screen here. We're going to talk about some other stuff in the moment. You can see everybody in the timing tower just there.
So, is it Champion's Choice? Because that's why it's the endurance.
No, we do 2 endurance races anyway these days as part of the rules set. We had 3 this season because Stephen Walker decided he wanted to race Bathurst as Champion's Choice from last season. And then he said, wouldn't it be great if it was an endurance race? And I said, well, it's your race, so I don't understand why it wouldn't be. Right, so let's have a look at the weather.
Yeah, great idea, though.
Weather says, Alan, dry.
Oh,
Oh, hang on, no, it's not dry. Oh, it's not all dry. Oh, well,
hold on. Well,
look at that.
that's very threatening. No, that's the percentage chance, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so let me get rid of that and you can see it a bit better, folks, can't you? Yeah, so we've got some rain later on. I don't know whether we'll even get to that. Well, let's
Well,
see.
isn't that the chance of?
That's the chance of
percentage
rain.
chance?
So it may be
Yeah.
nothing. It may be nothing. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So that's that.
No, it would be dangerous, wouldn't it? I mean, even a few drops of rain can make a difference.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, nice to see Andy's car out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look at the standings though, because this is the last race of the season. Our current reigning champion is Stephen Walker. So let's have a look at our standing screen. He is currently the leader of the championship, of the pro standings and overall, on 2,554 points. He is less than 300 points ahead of Simon Trendle. So, in theory, if he didn't turn up today, and we know he has done, and Simon won the race, he would be champion. I think it would take a minor miracle for Stephen Walker not to walk away with this evening. What are your thoughts, Alan?
I think Stephen's going to be a very convincing winner of the title again, and stamp his authority and be a consecutive winner of the title, because he's just been superb all season.
He has.
Absolutely superb.
He has.
It's not like everybody else hasn't been driving well.
No, I know.
What's made this so remarkable in my book is that everybody else has been driving brilliantly, and he's still managed to do it.
I know. He's been the standout driver this season by a long way. And Simon Trendle has taken him to task a few times throughout this season. I don't know how close you've been to the TCRs, Sam, but Simon Trendle seems to be... He could... If he was driving a shopping cart, he'd probably still win it at some point, wouldn't he?
Almost likely.
Yeah.
Anything. But I haven't followed the TCRs much. A bit of chat, but since last time I was there, I don't really know what happened. So you will have to fill me up during the race. But
Yeah.
it's good to see a full grid, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It is going to be good. There's still more to join, I think, as well, because we've got quite a long practice session. Pete Newman there in third. That's a very strong performance from him.
Yes, I'm delighted for him.
Yeah, very.
That's a good result. He's worked hard for that. And there's been a heartbreak along the way, hasn't there, for all these guys? They've all had setbacks
Yeah.
to deal with, and strong performances, and what a mixed bag everybody. I doubt any of these guys are going to forget this season in a hurry.
No, not at all. And then we've got all the cars that have got no drop weeks, so that means they haven't done enough races to drop a week. Alex Savillano Ledo in fourth. Miguel Freitas, he took a 200-point penalty to swap cars because he was so disenchanted with, I think, was it the Audi he was driving? And has then traded his Audi in. I think he got a bargain because it was a fast Audi anyway. Traded his Audi in for an Elantra, a Hyundai Elantra. And then Jamie Jeffrey, as always, doing very strongly. He's been in some crashes this season though. We used to see him at the top of the Safe Driver Award regularly, and he's not there this time. So let's move on to the Pro-Ams. Middle capability, if you want to take my point on that one. Kasper Smirnoff there, 2,057 points. Even missed races, Alan, if you remember, because he broke his finger.
Yes.
So he's done remarkably well.
Yeah, it's been fantastic all season. Absolutely sparkling performance and a sparkling young man. But great to see Carl in second place, because keeping up with Casper it takes some doing, and my skipper's done a really great job there to come in second in such a competitive league. And I'll tell you how competitive it is. Tony Walker's in third.
I know.
And look at the way he's been driving.
Yeah, he was remarkable last week. He won last week. He has a race victory under his hat now, which I thought he'd already had, but apparently he hadn't. So that is remarkable. If we were going off the left-hand column with no drop points, there's only, 56 points. No, 46 points between 1 and 3. With drop weeks on the right-hand column, it's a little bit more than that, but this is probably the tightest of the classes at the moment. Rene Earhart.
Yeah, he's been doing great, Rene, hasn't he?
Very strong, very strong.
A lot of pace. He keeps turning up, doesn't he? Quick.
Yeah, and he could get onto the podium here. He could get himself a certificate for sure. And then Jamie Wilson, not with us this evening. He's not well, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jamie. I do hope you feel better soon, matey.
Yeah. Man flu grabs us all. And then Chris Needham, previous champion of the series, albeit in a GT4, in 6th place there, threatening that 5th place of Jamie Wilson. He could even take that because we are on triple points for this endurance race. Triple from a sprint. For a feature, you get twice the sprint points. And for an endurance, you get 3 times the sprint points. Right. Oh, AM class. What did I press? I pressed the wrong thing. AM class. AM class. Anthony Hilton, for the second season running, Alan, up at the top there, bossing it. Max Nevinciani, if you remember, was leading this for the start of the season. Even Chris Dixon has featured at the top of this one. And then they've kind of sorted themselves out now. So he's got a 100-point lead. That's going to be difficult to throw away, I think, for David Ayres, Mr. Flashy Lights himself. It's going to be Anthony Hilton crashing massively and being written off in order that David Ayres could steal that away from him, I think.
Yeah, well, it's Anthony's to lose.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to lose it.
No, he doesn't, no.
Absolutely outstanding again. And I think we know that he's going to be racing up the ladder.
Yeah, and Sam...
into a higher division, because he's,
he has to, doesn't he? He has to be.
He's got
in the
to.
next
He's
one.
got to be promoted this season. He's done a great job of defending his title. Actually, he's the consecutive winner. He defended his title, which is absolutely brilliant. I think you're kind of incumbent to try and defend your title. We've seen a great season from Stephen defending his title, but Anthony's been fantastic as well defending his title. And a very worthy winner, but pressed hard by David and Daniel and Max, everybody. It's been incredibly competitive down there. It's got more increasingly competitive. Everybody's having a good time racing together.
Well, this particular class has got more members in it now. All right, 2 of them didn't race this season. They're probably going to race next season. But this is a larger population than the Pro League. But Sam, this shows the effect of having that drop week in there. If we were going off the left-hand column still, David Ayres would be leading this. He'd be leading it by only 4 points, but it shows that if that drop week wasn't there, we'd have a completely different lineup in that left-hand column. It's a good addition, isn't it? It means that people who cannot race every week can balance that equation of points.
Yeah, I would hate it for a real life thing to have
Yeah.
a drop rate. I know some series do it, but I don't like it. But being some things we do to have fun, allowing ourselves, well, the drivers, because we're not drivers anymore,
No, I know.
allowing ourselves to have a week off for whatever reason. It might be work, health, family, whatever. It's good. It means you're not out of the championship if you miss a round, a race. So yeah, I love it for the sake of our sport, which is sim racing is a sport, guys.
Yeah, it is.
When you see me sweating after a race, you know it's a sport and not just something you do to relax.
Yeah.
And it's probably the case for most of the drivers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome to have a drop round, especially in they're racing every week, so there's little to no chance you can make every single race all year. So yeah, it's good. I love it.
Yeah, and people have families and things like that. And you're right, we're not professional racers. We are. What is it you normally say, Alan? Gentlemen drivers? No, what is the terminology you use?
English.
English, yes, English. Silas on the chat says he might be joining the grid next season. That would be brilliant.
Crikey.
That's
No, the more the merrier.
Double Goble. That's what we'll have there. Double Goble, like double bubble. That'd be brilliant. Let's have that. Okay, so let's look at the. Where am I going here? I'm going to. I've lost my. There we go. No, that's V8. Don't want that. Team standings. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the teams.
Team standings.
Team Chimera, Alan. Team Chimera.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, that's the effect of the
Oh,
last
what
race.
they've done. Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
So result X Pure
yes, but it's still close, Pete.
Oh, it's ridiculously close, and with no Jamie Wilson here, that might be a spoiler.
Oh.
That might be a spoiler.
Oh, yes, indeed.
We know what happened.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate for Team Chimera because, with this sitting, that hasn't come easy, and that's a bit unfortunate through illness, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Because,
sad days. But we'll have to see how that pans out. Result X Pure Sim is in second place there, and and Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White in third.
No easy thing to keep them in third place.
No, and really that's 300 points that separate the top three, and there's a huge amount of points on offer here. I mean, if you populate the top three spots, you get 600 points. This could change tonight. This could change a lot tonight, and it might be that I have to. Well, I can't run the results mid-race or mid-broadcast. That's impossible for me to do. So I might have to find a different way to calculate that. I don't know.
God, there's got to be a lot of ways that this can come together in a different. There's no way of predicting that, is there? There's so many different variables in play here.
It's all over the place.
But it's very exciting. That is very exciting. There's a lot to play for still. Can you believe that in the last race of this season?
I know. And the last season, if you remember, the Pro Drivers' Championship went right down to the wire, and it was through an accident that we were robbed of a proper race. Hopefully that's not going to be the case with that team championship. This is the most open I've seen the driver of the meeting championship for many seasons. Kasper Smirnoff, a good 2 points clear of two other drivers, Tony Walker and Anthony Hilton, and then Simon Trendle, Alex Lado, and JB Dejew are all on JB Dejew, sorry, all on 2 points, sorry. But there's three of us in the booth, so
yes,
this could
3
change.
points on offer tonight.
Yeah. So
and of course, last week we had the first double pointer of the season.
Yeah, we did. That was changing, wasn't it? Because Tony Walker leapt up this table very, very quickly. Right, let's have a look at your Safe Driver Award before we talk about other things. Deck Crowther at the top there. Only 26 incidents. He's not going to qualify, I don't think, at the end of this, because I don't think he's done 9 rounds. But Max Nevin Chani certainly has, and look at that. It's not moved, Alan. I was checking this from race to race. That 0.00902 has been there for 2 race weeks. He has maintained his performance.
I don't know how he does that.
What did you say, Sam?
I think Derek's first place might stay, because
Oh.
if he's already on top, that means he already has done the
He's done the
required
criteria.
amount.
Ooh, right, okay. In that case, Deck Crowther might end up snatching the crown. I didn't think he'd done enough rounds, but I will be corrected by technology. That's what will happen here. Okay.
I will let people correct me if he has not done, and that means something's wrong with the website again.
He's only done, was it 4 rounds, something like
I
that?
thought he'd only done
Oh, well,
4 or 5.
4
because-
races.
Yeah.
Four race weeks, maybe.
Yeah, I thought that as well, which is 2, 4, 6, 7. I think that might. Ooh, it's close.
He's done a lot of turns.
Yeah,
So
he has done a lot of turns. 2,910. Right, we'll have a look at that. And then, so that could go Derek's
Been
way.
driving. I mean, since he came to the league, he's really
and I do think
It's
it's 9
dimmed
races,
out.
not 9 rounds.
9
by the way.
races, not 9 rounds. 9 races.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
that
he's
might be the
easily done
difference.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So
he's
Deck
easily
Crowther
done that.
has moved himself. I mean, there's not much in it though. He's got to be careful tonight. 0.00893 versus 0.00902. I mean, that's nothing as far as I'm concerned.
Well, this is you've got to think about where we are and the fact that it's a long race and we've got pit stops as well. These are all
Yeah.
potential incident breeders,
And
you know
Spa.
this track can be dangerous.
Yeah, and Spa is a high fuel usage track, isn't it, Sam? This is not a track that you can. Well, you can fuel save any track, right? But
Yeah.
this one has got lots and lots of. Well, it's one of the fastest tracks on the planet, isn't it?
It's super fast, but you can still save fuel quite a lot if you're behind someone, and then at the end of the massive straight you have.
Yeah.
Well, you can. There's tow as well, isn't there, Sam?
Possible.
I mean, there's plenty of tow, isn't there? It used to be one of the outstanding features of the place, the amount of tow available. If there's tow like that, surely there's fuel saving potential.
Yeah. Well, let's see about that. So, we're gonna have a minimum of 2 pit stops tonight, I think. I don't think. Well, maybe a minimum of 1 if someone can fuel save it ridiculously. Let's just jump on board here with Miguel, Big Mig, and watch a lap in progress. I'll talk us through it. Sam can laugh at my French, and we'll see what goes on here. So we're into chicane, which is the last of the sequences of turns. Onto this little straight leading us up to La Source. If I get any of the turns wrong, Sam, just interrupt me and laugh and things like that. We are going to go to the left-hand side of the track and we're going to shed all our speed and drop down to 2nd gear, maybe even 1st. Yeah, 1st gear. Take a lot of the curb there. Don't run out too wide. There's an off-track out there, even on this version of it, as we head down to Eau Rouge, which is at the bottom of the hill. Then we're going to stick to the right-hand side, cut across the track and take the straightest line we can through this. So this is Eau Rouge, and then we go up here over Radion, and then we're going to kink it left, try not to pick up any off-tracks. Then we've got Kemmel Kink, which is this little right-hander here, and onto Kemmel Straight, which is Draft Central. He's not yet up into top gear. There he is now. He's absolutely run those revs out as he heads towards Lecum. He's going to drop at least 3 gears, I think. There we go, into here. This is Lecum is a sequence of turns, and then we've got Malmedy, which is a right-hander. We're going to stay in 3rd gear all the way through it, and then start going up the gears as we come down the hill here, plummet down the hill into Bruxelles. A long and everlasting right-hander where things can go terribly wrong in a rush. I can't remember this one's corner. Speakers.
Gigs.
Yeah. Cheers.
It's been renamed, but
has it?
it was Speaker's Corners and previously
Yeah.
no name.
No name corner. That's what I was thinking of. Then we got the famous double gauche. It's easy to pick up off tracks here. You can sail out wide on the right hand side easily in any car, front or rear wheel drive. We get back through the gears here up to 6th momentarily maybe, but he hung it out in 5th before. As we go into a corner that Le Fan. I'm going to go with that anyway. Sam will correct me if that's wrong. Down to the bottom of the hill here into Campus. Yeah, right-hander. Take the curbs here. Lots and lots of curbs. It's very generous these days. This is a named corner. I can't remember what that one is.
Paul Frère.
Yes. Well done. Who is Paul Frère? I don't know. And then we go through these sequence of turns here. This left-hand kink here leads us into the fastest corner in the world for a left-hander, which is Blanchimont. Easy to get a tyre on the curve there and get punted out to the right as we come towards where we started here at top chat into a chicane, and we drop all our speed into first gear, and pit lane entry is straight on at that point, and we turned left. How was that, Sam? Did I do a good job or not?
Good enough.
Good enough. Good enough.
That was bloody impressive, matey.
That was without a track map as well.
And to answer your question of who Paul Frere is,
Yeah.
it was journalist and Belgian driver
Oh, right, okay.
who passed away in 2000 something.
Right.
I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty old.
Okay, so like a
Spain.
racer from the 70s sort of thing, or 60s maybe.
Maybe 50s.
Oh, maybe 50s, right, okay. So Prestige goes with that name, so yeah, much respect to him. Anybody that gets a corner named after them. I'm waiting for P. Bingham corner. However, I think that is at Bathurst on the top of the mountain, and they've only given me that because I crashed into the wall there more times than anybody else in human history. Okay,
Well,
so...
like to be Pete Bingham Cemetery, I would think. So, to be honest.
That's brilliant. Oh, I love you. That is class. I like that. Right, we've got a few updates for this evening. So we've got Hilton Nickerson, who has turned up in a Veloster, so he's going to get his knuckles wrapped later because he's in the wrong car. He signed up in the Elantra. We have got 2 new sign-ups tonight, Alan.
Crikey.
Last race
That's
of the season.
amazing. That's
Last race of the
amazing, isn't
season.
it?
Yeah. One of them, in fact, both of them are sat in the pits. So I'm going to wait, but you can see their names if you, for the keen-eyed, you can see their names in the left-hand column. This one is one of them, Matt Elmore, Flashy, the original version of
Oh,
him.
we weren't getting that back.
I know. What's
Oh,
this about?
how delightful.
Is it though?
Absolutely delightful.
Is it though? Because we've got to wear
He's
shades
just
every race
come
now.
back to say hello to you and to remind you
Well,
of those happy days.
If rumours are true, then he is going to sign up for season 19.
Oh, that's grand.
It is. Depends on your viewpoint, though, I guess.
But you remember how he was getting really quite quick, wasn't he?
He was. I've put him in Pro-Am because I thought he was going to be slower than he is, but you can see where he's got his practice time in 4th there. And then
Yeah, well, I was going to say he was starting to actually come in kind of 4th place in races. He'd made that jump from mid pack with Carl up into floating around mid and top end of the races, and yeah, it looks like he's slotted himself right back in there again, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's done well. And
You
then
can't do better than that, can you?
No, that's very
Well done,
good.
Matt.
Yeah. I don't know, he's been away from racing necessarily. He's certainly been away from racing with us for a bit. And Matthew Downs, I've got his name highlighted. He's in the pits, but he's out of the car, so he's not showing at the moment. He has
But
no
he's
team.
got a time
Oh,
that's
no, he
good
does have a
enough
team.
for him at 16.
Yeah, that's good.
That's very good showing, isn't it? 16.
Yeah, and
But
I've
you've
put him in
got to put in some pace. You know, it's a 2-minute lap.
yeah, I put him in the
pretty
right
good
class
going.
as well. He's right there, embedded in the Pro-Ams. So he is racing for a team called Solo Mission Racing. So he's not got paint on his car at the moment. That will come next season, I think. Right, let's go and find somebody else to have a long stare at. Where is Casper? Casper's
PVG.
is Casper
Pete's
in the
12th.
pits? Oh yeah, he is. Casper's in the pits. Right, so we've got Gerald Larkinen.
Tony's 10th.
I think
Who
Jura needs to go
else?
back to that Jurassic Park paint, Alan, because that was really cool. Who's this? Who's this, Alan?
That's our Andy.
Andrew Littler has returned to the fold. You said he was likely to rejoin us.
Well, it all depends on his work commitments, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. Real life
I do
is-
know he's
Sorry, go on.
got a new contract in the new year, I believe, where he'll be working days again instead of having to work nights. So we will then get him back
Yeah.
in all his loveliness. So I look forward to that.
So we've just gone checking in practice. We're just about to enter into qualifying. So we'll draw up some
Not quite as pressured as the normal qualification week, I wouldn't say.
I don't
because
know.
We're going out
Endurance.
there for a big long run this time, aren't we? Not 20
Yeah.
minutes.
So we've only got 30% fuel on board, so that is literally 30
Right.
litres because they have a 100-litre tank each of these cars. Um,
So,
What
are we
would you-
looking
oh.
at fuel save? This isn't a place where you want to save fuel, though, is it? I want to see them
well,
get their jobs
let's ask the resident expert. So, Sam Boozin, what is your tactic in a TCR for Spa in an 80-minute race with 30% fuel, so 30 litres? If you were to gun it, it'd be 2 pit stops. What would you be looking to try and achieve?
Put it in reverse, so we
Yeah.
have our rear-wheel drive car. Then look at the fuel consumption because it does drink less than my Mustang. And
Everything
I have
drinks less than your
absolutely-
Mustang.
I have absolutely no idea because I've driven like 4 or 5 times the TCRs and never in an endurance race.
Okay.
Apart from the Nürburgring Nordschleife for the 24 hours, but it's totally different.
And we need to do that again, and because we did actually really well
Yeah.
in that Porsche, didn't we? I didn't crash it, which is a miracle.
Wow.
That is true, but my rig is still in pieces
What?
next to me.
Gotta sort
And
that out.
has been for the last 4
Yeah.
months.
Okay.
But yeah. I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, we'll do that on Sunday, shall we? Or Monday or whenever. Sorry, Saturday night. Let's do that Saturday night. Oh,
Okay, yeah.
So we've got Cutting Corny CCT team on the chat, so they'll be shouting for Renee. Where is Renee? Renee. Everything's in alphabetical order now. Renee here.
He was doing pretty well before.
He's doing very well.
Is he still doing well?
Well, it's qualifying now,
I
so
expect so.
the Etch-a-Sketch has been shaken. For those of you that are old enough to remember what an Etch-a-Sketch is, and Dietmar here touring around with Jamie Jeffrey at the moment on his outlap. Everybody's on an outlap at the moment. Oh no, some are posting. Well, if we look at that, then Jamie Jeffrey is absolutely hammered down at the minute, but he's not got a sector 1. So these are all on outlaps. Matt Elmore says he's a beginner, but he couldn't even spell it right, so and then he's corrected himself afterwards. I don't think you are. I think you're sandbagging, and I think you're lying. And if you flash your lights, then I'm just going to give you a 6,000 point penalty. Not that you're too bothered about that. Who was that exiting stage right there? Was that Roger? No. Who was that?
David.
David. Was that David? Where was David?
Oh, no.
I can't even find him in the stack at the minute because
Oh,
nothing's
no,
in
not
any
in
order.
quite. Come on, David.
No, I can't. Oh, there. Well, he's in the pits now, so I'm not going to show it again. Right, so danger points, Sam. Danger points on this track. Obviously, lap 1, Eau Rouge into Radion. That's going to be it's going to be tasty, isn't it? With 30, I think we're on 32 cars now.
Is this a standing start from... first question.
Yeah.
Is it using the endurance bit and start-finish line? or
No,
not?
we're using Grand Prix pits as per
Okay,
officials.
so they're starting on top before La Source, so that's gonna
Correct.
be the first.
Oh yes, sorry.
issue.
You are right. I'm thinking they were starting after La Source. They're not, are they? Yeah, you're right. They're starting alongside the Grand Prix pit lane.
They have one. Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
good point. So there's going to be a massive bottleneck straight away. It's only 300 yards or 300 meters to that turn. So good point.
I will say if we don't see 3Y in La Source on lap 1,
They're doing it wrong.
this is not a race.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. There will be 3 wide.
Yeah.
There's no other way in that corner. Then Eau Rouge, Rédillon, then Lécon. I think for the first sector will be tough on the first lap.
Yeah.
The second sector might be okay.
Bruxelles. That's a horrible turn, isn't it? When you're crowded at the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
It will depend on how well goes the first section of the track.
Yeah. True. Yeah. We didn't.
They could be all in line to that point, but most of the time on lap 1 is not the case. Someone makes a mistake on the braking to Lécombe, and then they are 2-3 wide going to Brussels. So yeah, that's gonna be another good spot. Basically, the world track is a good spot. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
everybody's on laps now, and we did have full course caution last week, Alan, didn't we?
We did.
For a massive pile up on the feature race. So let's hope that everybody's cutting corny
There's a
fans
bit
will be
more
very
room
happy.
here, isn't there? This
Bit more
is
room,
a nice,
yeah.
spacious circuit.
Yeah,
I love this place. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this race. I love racing here.
yeah, it's definitely an appetising prospect. Certain people bailing out on their first laps. I don't know whether they picked up some incident points. There's going to be a few people here that don't
The
record.
good thing
time.
about 15, the 15-minute is it gives you a chance to actually to bail out and actually have a crash like Davidson and maybe come back and actually still get a lap in.
Yeah. Hang on, we got another new driver. We got another new driver. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, he's not on track at the minute. Oh, and I've just lost my camera because I'm rubbish. Chris Barnes, he didn't race last week, did he?
No.
No, he's with us today though. He's not on track at the minute. He's a pro-am driver. I'm hoping that he does join us. He may not do. I'm not sure whether he's still in the session. I don't even know how to check if he's in the session at the moment. I don't know whether Sam's got any insight into that. He is car number. Oh, where's he gone? He's car number 245, Sam. Just in case you're in the session and you can tell whether he's still with us. He's not on track at the moment. I know that for sure, and he's not put a sector time up. Neither is Jake Corley. But Jake Corley sometimes just goes to grid. He doesn't get involved in qualifying. Right, so new guy on the outside of that turn there. When I can find his name. Oh, come on, Pete. Why can't you find somebody's name in the big long queue of cars?
Well, we've got an awful lot on
Right,
here.
Hilton.
But this is the kind of circuit that a 30-odd car grid is delightful.
Yeah, only half of the field has managed to record a time on that first outing. With two cars.
Yeah, well, they're getting their tyres going and they don't feel under pressure.
Yeah.
They can relax their elbows on the sills of their windows.
The two.
Back,
The two.
recline the seats a bit.
If only that was the case. Tony Walker standing out in the crowd there. He's getting towed around by flashy Matt Elmore. Let's see if Tony Walker can improve on his already ridiculously rapid 2 minutes 34.33. It's a big old lap, isn't it, Sam? It takes a long time to get round this one.
It does in any car, but especially in a slow.
Oh, ow.
Sorry.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
In real life, that hurts.
Yeah.
I would say a slow car like the TCRs. Don't get me wrong, it's still fast.
I was going to
but
say, it's not that slouch. Yeah.
compared to a GT3 or
Yeah,
faster than
yeah.
GT3, it's a bit on the slow side. So you're looking at 2.5 minutes to go around. So your halt lap, if you miss the first one, you've already got like maybe 6 minutes
Yeah.
under your in the session. So yeah, you cannot make mistakes on qualifying, especially when there's only a 15-minute session.
Absolutely. Why Matt Elmore did all right in practice, and he's not doing all right in this one. He's 16th at the moment, but he is playing tow man for Tony Walker. Tony Walker historically has raced for Spectre 6, which is what Matt Elmore's racing for, and this season he's obviously joined the Hydra Race Racing Forces team. Is he in TRL Racing Forces actually? No, he's in Hydra Race Racing Forces. Got 2 Racing Forces cars, but 3 Hydra Race sponsored teams in this series now. Hydra Race Racing Forces, Hydra Race Geodesic Racing, White, and Hydra Race Geodesic Racing, who are, I don't think, represented tonight. No, they're not yet, unless somebody joins suddenly at the last minute. So thanks to Hydra Race for sponsoring those teams. Paul Hurley here for Just an Average Sim Racer, doing his thing for in the AM class. He's quite a smart driver though, Alan. He's got it all under the helmet there, hasn't he? Sensible.
Yeah, there aren't any poor drivers in this league at all.
No, no.
They're all good drivers. There's no clowns out there.
No, it's a relief actually, because one clown can ruin an entire league, and we've had it before. I'm not going to say his name because I vowed I would never say his name ever again. But he destroyed a GT3, wasn't it, Sam, league that we had? If you're
Oh, I was wondering what you were talking about, because
but
we had a
now
few.
you know.
But no, I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Totally annihilated it. So we stamped them out good and quick these days. Good evening to Jen Chiller on the chat. That's Jennifer. She's shouting for CCT again. They've got a big fan following, and there's quite a few people watching now. Don't get nervous. We've now crested the 2,000 subscribers, folks. So BSTV doing all good things in the world.
But we're still missing the likes on the videos. If you like what you see, click the like button.
That's good.
Oh, there we
Very
go.
good point.
That's the YouTube stuff done. We won't bother you anymore with that today, maybe.
Yeah. No more plugging. Right. So, who did we not see before? Chris Barnes still not on track. David Ayres struggling and in the pit lane.
Well, he had to take a tow, didn't he?
He did have to take a tow, yeah. I need to take something in a minute as well, but I might do that after the race has started. Right, so at the minute, Miguel Freitas is your provisional poleman. Pete Newman, wrong car, is currently provisionally on second place front row. Jamie Jeffrey in third on the second row, and Tony Walker T, doing a blinding job, is on the second row in fourth place. Our current reigning champion and championship leader, Stephen Walker, is languishing, Sam, in sixth place. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, just been corrected. Why do I even say these things, Sam? I just make a fool of myself on a regular basis, really, don't I?
Well, I'm used to it now,
Yes, you
so
are,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Right, there's
Like you still, but
yeah. There's 5 cars, or 6 cars rather, that have not posted a time so far, due to either not actually trying to put a time on because they want to start at the back, or because they have had incident points on their laps. I am going to go and do something like relieve myself, and then I'll be back very shortly. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, here we go in the misty, moisty confines of this glorious track. It's hard for me to actually conjecture that there's people that don't like this place, Sam. It hardly seems feasible to me that people can't enjoy driving around here. It's got everything, hasn't it?
it has everything and it's great. The only thing that's not real is the weather. It's not raining, so it's not Spa.
Yes. Yeah. Funny enough, I was going to mention the rain in Belgium. In my limited experience of your delightful and fair country, it was always raining when I was visiting. Even if I was just driving through, it seemed to manage to pinch up a rainstorm for me. But yeah, it's very good beer though. So there you go. And it's got Spa, the home of Spa. What more could you want from a little country in Europe? 2.5 minute lap. That's not a bad time in these cars. It's not. These guys are swift. We're stuck on Stephen's car at the moment. I haven't got a doodah to change it. I've got no idea how to.
What do you want to change the doodah to?
Well, no, I just. You would have. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a bit of
I used
variety.
to, are you doing that by mental telepathy?
Yes, I am. Still sat on the toilet.
Wow,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
awesome. Honestly,
That's the smell. Okay.
Right, let's see what's going on here. Simon Trendle in 7th. Is he planning on fuel saving? I probably think he is, because that is his MO, his modus operandi.
He's definitely got previous at that. But you know, this could be the night when he fools everybody and doesn't fuel save, because I was expecting him to.
Fuel saving has not been everybody's favourite friend this season. So some that have tried to fuel save have run out of fuel. We've seen that at least twice. Some have done the fuel save, but it's not worked for them in terms of position, and they've ended up 6th and they wanted first. So I don't know whether this one is abandon the fuel saving and just gun it. I do suspect that Miguel, he changed his mind last week, if you remember, but he changed his mind too late to win.
Yes, yes.
So there's stuff going on there, I think.
Well, brave to try something on the fly, and that's what these rather gifted drivers can do, isn't it? They can change something on the fly and pull it off. They're thinking about it. They've got a bit of clarity of thought and some idea of what they're doing. Not like me.
Yeah, and I should remind everybody that's watching, this is not a heat race, so this will run out just like a normal practice session, and give everybody the opportunity to finish their laps. In a heat race, which is what our sprint features are, you get chinned out as soon as the 15 minutes are up. This one will not do that. It'll run a little bit longer. Pete Van Gool on the
Nice
chat.
to see a bit of a blue car there. We don't see many pale blues, do we? That's quite pretty.
And in a cruel twist of irony, we shouldn't even see that one because he's logged in tonight in the Veloster, even though he's signed up in the Elantra. So PVG says, good luck tonight. Thank you, Pete and Alan, for the great commentary all season. He's not available for racing this evening. I know he's a loss, and if you think about it, he's a bigger loss than we think, because that team championship, that it's kind of dependent on how Result X Pure Sims do. So we've got. I'm going to show something. You might want to brace yourself, Alan.
Goodness me. Good job I'm sitting down.
I know, there they are, the trophies.
Thanks for the warning, though, Pete.
It was
Honestly, I had to take a hold there.
Yeah, I'm glad. These.
I nearly blown out my seat backwards.
I know, it took, several cranes, actually, to lift them into position for this photograph, because they're that big. So, season 17 on the right there is already in the possession of Stephen Walker. Season 18 in the blurry background is the one that they're fighting for now, and season 19, which is just a wink in the eye of everything that's going on right now, is in the very blurry background. And then season 15 on the left-hand side has already been crowned. It's a Simon Trendle victory, that one, I think. And then season 16 in the background there, ready for after Christmas at some point. Let me go back to...
How much did it cost you to the London Dome to have these shots?
It wasn't cheap. Let me put it that way. Right, let me extend gridding. Has anybody actually joined the grid? Did I actually extend gridding then, or not, Sam?
No, it's
no
not
idea.
gridding
Is it
yet.
not?
It's still in the
Still
qualifying session.
So everybody in the session has probably forgotten that you can run right to the last minute, so I'll do that again in a second. We've not quite tripped over to race conditions just yet. While we're waiting for that to happen, who are we waiting for anyway?
What is...
We're
Why aren't Chris and Andy lit up?
Why aren't Chris and Andy lit up? Chris and Andy are not lit up because they haven't posted a time. Actually, there's a few that haven't posted the time, so I don't know why they're not lit up. It's almost as if they're not in the session at all. But
Miguel. Is Miguel lit up?
hang on, let me do that. Oh yeah, 28 drivers. Yeah, 28 drivers and 2 that have not done a time. Miguel's not lit up as well. Oh, because he's the first of the times. There we go. That makes more sense.
That's what I thought it was, but I just wondered.
Yeah, I wonder if I've just extended qualifying randomly.
Well, can't you just stop that and
I don't
move
know.
to race?
I don't know. Oh no, there we go. Right, here we go. Right, we're in it now. Gridding has commenced. We will find a camera. We'll find this one and hope that certain
Where's
fools and
Casper?
idiots.
Oh, 8, top 10.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we've got Tony with a great 5th position.
Yeah.
Yet another cracking qualification from the lad.
Right, let's have a look at this then. I'm going to do names only, folks, as I extend gridding. Just one sec. There we go. Matt Elmore. There are words escape me, and David is. I'm going to change the cameras. No, I'm going to leave it there and hope that they're mature adults, but clearly they're not. Miguel Freitas will lead us away this evening. What a fantastic time that is. I'm going to kill him. I am going to kill David Ayres. We can't see him now. Yeah, great time. 2:33.5, and only just faster than Pete Newman on the front row with him in second place there. He will go off second place rather. Third will be Stephen Walker, our current reigning champion and championship leader. Jamie Jeffrey off fourth this evening. Fifth will be Tony Walker. What a great qualifying that is. Alex Savalano-Ledo off sixth. Seventh will be Simon Trendle. Casper Smirnoff off eighth place. Ninth will be Stefan Goebel. 10th will be Carl Hardy. David Ayres, you're gonna wear your battery out. 11th will be Matt Elmore. Flashy Flashy the original, not David Ayres Flashy Flashy the revenge. Dietmar Hoos will go off 12th. I need to find a button to press. Missed. Hit it the second time. PVG 13th. He is in the session. Don't know why I thought he wasn't. René Earhart 14th. 15th will be Demis Tictular. 16th will be Chris Needham. Matthew Downs, new racer, 17th. Roger Morton, 18th. 19th will be Deck Crowther. Anthony Hilton will go off 20th. 21st will be Jura Larkinen. Max Nevinchani, stop it, Matt. Will go off 22nd. 23rd will be Daniel Lewis. Hilton Nickerson will go off 24th. 25th will be Darrell Wright. Paul Hurley will go off 26th. Chris Dixon off 27th. Andrew Littler off 28th. Welcome back. Jay Corley off 29th. Luke Jones off 30th. 31st will be Chris Barnes. And David Ayres, because he was flashing his lights so much, only ends up at the back on 32nd place.
What a grid. Look at that, Pete.
I know.
Isn't that amazing?
Fiona is clearly banging her drum somewhere, and we're going to lights now. And that is a massive grid. I love looking at that. That's brilliant. We're away. Everybody's done well. Matthew may have got a slow start at the back.
Oh.
Let's see.
Come on, guys.
Let's see if Sam's wish comes true. Are we 3 wide into
Four
4
wide.
wide? Okay.
Wide through La Source.
Race is
my
on.
goodness.
Yeah. David Ayres doing something weird. He's gone up about a dozen places already. That's a bit strange. It's not like him
Well
at
done,
all.
David.
Yeah, right. Into Eau Rouge and Radion for the first of many laps tonight, folks. Everybody sorted themselves out nicely, Sam. Sometimes you see utter chaos going through there. That was pretty pedestrian, really, wasn't it?
Skillful driving. Skillful driving
good
by
start, but-
everybody. Considerate driving and patient driving.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam, what were you saying?
Side by side, down the camera straight into the braking zone of Lecombe.
Oh, that is...
And there we go.
Flashy's
That's
gone.
for the light flashing.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. He got punished.
Yeah, he didn't crash. He didn't actually hit anything, so he's going to
He's gonna have
rejoin.
to wait till the back. That's going to be a bit of a heartbreaker.
I'm kind of glad we saw it in like real time, though. That was good, wasn't it? So into Bruxelles for Jura Larkinen fighting with Anthony Hilton, who
Wow,
we know has got the
Anthony.
answers. He's got the answers, hasn't he, Alan?
It's hard to get by him.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. And he's been residing in the top 10 for a lot of the last few races. So I'm expecting him to be going up, not going backwards, if anything.
Yeah. That is Deck Crowther through there. Chris Barnes, of course, was with us last week. He was the one that joined Blade Designs in the Veloster. So ignore what I said earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me being a dumbass.
That was it. Yes, I remember there was 2 of those cars. Was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Chris?
Crowded house back here though, with Jay Corley on a. Well, he's not on a recovery drive as such. He didn't qualify. He didn't want to qualify, so he's.
No, he's just gone to have an amble through the entire length of the peloton. here.
Yes, he is. Yes. Right, we'll move a bit forward while he does that. As Roger Morton tries to thread the needle here between 2 cars. We have not done a full lap at all yet of anybody. Ooh, who's that dropping?
These guys are all racers.
Oh, your
that's
captain!
My captain!
Oh my God, Anthony Hilton!
Oh,
How
that was
close.
close.
Yeah, it was. Good grief!
Ooh.
Right, well, we'll watch that, shall we? Because that was a bit tasty. What's he done here, Sam? Do you reckon curb?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's just running
wide.
real.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Oh my
That-
word!
That is a Jay Corley, and yeah, that is a Jay Corley crash, Alan. Do you remember that was what his
Don't
car
see
was
many
doing
of
on
them
cold
like
tires?
that, do you? Very unusual.
That is a Honda crash. That is reserved purely for the Honda. This current build of this car. Right.
That's,
okay.
yeah. You don't see that kind of crash there normally, do you? It's very unusual. They normally go the other side.
Well, you don't see it in any other car. It's that snap that takes them back across the track when the car starts to over-rotate. We've seen it from Jay Corley multiple times in the previous season.
Yes, we did. I remember. Yes, we did indeed.
Yeah.
And they are given to that, of course, with all the weight at the front.
Yes. Oh, we got many wide just behind here. This is the draft train, folks. This is a feature of Spa down the Camel
It's an
Straight.
impressive straight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Looking back when it's got as many cars on it as this, what a glorious sight that is.
I know.
But no
That black and
camels,
green Audi looks
thankfully.
smart.
Sorry, say that again, Sam.
I said that black and green Audi looks good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Good livery. I like it.
Yeah, it's the SRL livery. So SRL, a league that runs TCRs, not in competition with us. They run on a Friday. We share drivers with SRL, as we do with ATC. You saw their intro video as part of the introduction to this broadcast, which is Alpha Touring Championship in the USA. They run it on a Saturday. Then they no, they don't. They run on a Tuesday and then broadcast it on a Saturday after the event. So yeah, a couple of other leagues that run alongside us. Hopefully they plug us like I'm plugging them, but that remains to be seen, I guess. David Ayres.
We don't care because you're absolutely righteous and you do it anyway because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly that, Alan. Oh!
No!
I knew I was watching that for a reason.
Oh, goodness me. We've got a comedic.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
That
Was very unfortunate.
For those of you that remember invalid cars in the UK, folks, it's in the right colour at least. It's got a dodgy. Well, it's got a snapped rear axle. He's going to have to reset that car.
It looks like he's tried to drive. He's tried to do the right thing and drive to the pits.
Yeah,
it's very self the toe, but
it's not having that. So
and clearly the car's not drivable,
No.
and that's very unfortunate.
Side by
because,
side.
these guys are enjoying
Ooh.
themselves. Oh, there's more just you can say about that.
No.
Except that's jolly bad luck.
Racing incident every day of the
Yeah.
week. Right, let's go back
Yeah.
to live racing and we'll see who's at the front of this race. It is Miguel Freitas, and he's out on his own, Sam. He's got himself 1.5 seconds almost over Stephen Walker, who doesn't even need to start on the front row to get to the front.
No, well, it's a guided missile.
Yeah.
He can just boom, and he is doing.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if he can. I think he's only just got past Pete, hasn't he? So
Recently.
Pete's still there, and he's just got past him. So is he going to be in a big scrap with Miguel shortly?
Maybe. There's a draft train going on here, but nobody overtaking anybody else. And then there's another one back here, and that is the two Blade Designs cars going past the SRL liveried car. No, it's not the SRL. It's Max Nevinciani. He's a privateer. And they've put him behind. It was this car that you were liking the paint job of, was it, Sam? The black and green?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's Daniel
That's
Lewis.
the Green Lantern paint. We like.
It
I like
is,
that.
yeah. Gerald Larkinen picking up positions over Roger Morton, and that's not easily done. Roger's
No, it's not.
thoroughbred
It's not
racer.
a Dean. So Jurors had to work for that one. That's for sure.
Oh, this looks
I
like
can guarantee it.
this looks like a mess about to happen. This little group.
Oh well.
Luke Jones is heading it up, and Jay Corley is hunting him down. Andy Littler has got Darrell Wright for company, and then we've got Chris Dixon and a recovering flashy Elmore.
Yes. Now Matt might be anxious to get past this sea of safeguard.
Yes, I would think so. Yeah, a few.
Whether he's
safeguard
going to
cars.
manage it, I don't know. When
No.
there's a whole bunch of result there. They're in a bunch,
Yeah.
different squads, but all the same team.
This is Demis.
We all live under that lovely result umbrella. That
Yeah.
stays dry.
Demis Titular defending here from Chris Needham. Matt Elmore's just picked up a position. Andy Littler's just picked up a position. You can see it on your timing towers. Roger Morton dropping back now. And Simon Trendle pulling up. What on earth?
Steps
Chris has
go down
got
from somewhere.
Chris Barnes has got past. Oh,
No.
Oh, Simon.
Oh,
Oh,
What is that? Oh my god,
Oh.
right. Well, let me just see if there's anything to look at. He's just pulled over and parked it.
parked.
Is that a VR failure?
He did have a technical, didn't he? Didn't he say he had a
He-
technical last week?
He did have a technical issue last week, yeah. So I don't know whether that is similarly linked, as Pete Newman has drafted Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker and has taken second place back. So Miguel will be giggling like an idiot in that helmet. Because as long as these guys keep doing this, Sam, he's going to pull out half a second every lap.
yeah. You love to
I don't
see the
sp-
guys
I don't
behind you
suppose they're
fighting.
bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they finish like this, Stephen's got the championship, hasn't he?
Stephen would have to travel back in time, lose a race in a previous week, I think, and then he could lose this
So
championship.
there's nothing to stop him having a race. He's
Yeah.
not trying to protect a position or anything. He can afford to race, can't he?
I think so, yeah. I think he can afford to pick up around about 60 or 70 incident points and still win.
Right, so,
from where he is now, I mean.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
that's good because
flashing
if he was
lights.
defending his lead, he wouldn't need to race. He would just need to follow Pete around. He would be going too fast for anybody else to catch them, and he
Yeah.
would win.
Yeah.
But if he's got that much of a points lead over Pete, they could afford to actually have a bit of a battle and enjoy
Yeah.
themselves.
So Deck Crowther and Gerald Larkinen having a bit of a tussle over position. We are...
Yeah, this is a great circuit. There's places where you can overtake, but you've got to drive well to do it. You've got to have a bit of resolve and a bit of nerve. There's plenty of side by side. Everyone knows where the overtaking spots are, so they're all waiting for it.
Yeah. Right, so Stephen Walker giving Pete Newman something to think about. He's off the gas early. Very early for Stephen Walker, that. Is he trying to...
Well, there's
Let's just
yeah,
have a
man.
listen. See if he's out of the gas early into our source as well. We may be seeing, Sam, the start of a fuel save.
Well, if you can go by, that's definitely the thing to do. Save as much fuel
Yeah.
as you can, so you feel less during the stop,
Yeah.
and you exit faster rapidly. Which is because right now Pete is too far away from Miguel.
Yeah. He's not picking up
to
anything,
any
is he?
fuel saving from the draft.
Yeah.
He might be fuel saving by what he's doing with his feet, but nothing from the draft where Steven can basically lift a little bit and keep the speed up. Where everybody knows how the draft works. I'm not gonna explain this to all of the viewers. If you have questions, ask them in the chat. But that's basically how it works. Yeah. So he's looking to save as much fuel as he can, short a stop, and then jump Pete onto the first
and
pit stop.
hopefully
Maybe.
Miguel, I'm guessing, as well. Because that's going to be his only option at the minute.
We need to keep an eye on that time. Can Pete pull Miguel in while he's he's very aware of Stephen in his rearview mirror? It makes it more difficult to
Well,
concentrate, to focus ahead where you've got somebody like Stephen right behind.
I'm interested
And
in...
look in there, now we've got Jamie coming right up to join the party.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Because
that.
they've been going slow, I think, Pete's having to be aware of Stephen, so it's helping Miguel,
All of this is,
and
and
it's helped Jamie.
it has, because he's caught the back of this
They're
pair.
closing up, and now, we can see Tony and Alex going to catch up, I reckon, if they carry on like this, and we could then see, look, Casper isn't out of the frame yet. He could get onto this train
Without a
because of
doubt.
that.
I mean, Stephen Walker pulled out a bit of a gap now on Jamie Jeffrey there, and right into... Oh, he's not... He's actually trying to overtake here through Blanchimont nearly.
He's
Woo!
trying to do
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Pass me those blood pressure
That
pills
was
again.
a high speed overtake. I'd like
Yes,
to
it was.
we should do it inside the car, like Stephen's car go there. That was some kind of an overtake at speed. Excellent stuff. Exciting, isn't it?
It is. This is it again. So into the draft. We're going to pop out left here with loads of overspeed. Good grief,
Oh
that was
my
massive.
word. Pete, had to lift. Pete
And-
was lifting there.
Yeah, and he's got Pete was very compliant actually, Sam, wasn't he? Because if you go 2x2 into Blanchimont, you're both dead.
Yeah, and maybe he thinks Steven has more pace than him and can follow him to catch up with Miguel.
Yeah.
That might also be a strategy, you know, if you're not catching the guy in front of you, maybe let the guy behind you that is pushing you
Yeah.
go by and maybe try to catch the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit
Yeah,
of a slowdown there for Luke Jones. I think that Stephen Walker's about to give up that second position again because Pete Newman is about to. Oh, he's not even popping
Well,
out.
he's just sitting in his toe now and just staying there. And why would he? Like, let Stephen do some of the work
Yeah,
and see if he can actually bring Miguel back, because Pete was being held up by having to deal with Stephen. So you might as well just let Stephen have his head and sit in his toe. Look at him. Is he going to make a gap? If Stephen's got the pace to make a gap on Pete, well, then God bless us.
yeah. So this is a five-way fight for second place at the moment. Kasper Smirnov usually
Kasper's catching up. He's
he is,
coming.
yeah. He's
And
usually in
we've
that
got
fight.
Stefan in 8th. I'm delighted
What?
to see Stefan in 8th.
Oh yeah.
He qualified brilliantly. He's right up there in the top 10 position. Absolutely brilliant.
You won't have seen this before, will you, Sam? Stefan Goebel in a non-German manufactured car.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah. He's abandoned the Audi after years of driving it.
Yeah, I thought he had a subscription to Audi somehow, but apparently
Look
not.
at this. Jake's up to 9. Jay's up to 19th.
Where's
And
that?
Mr. Hilton's up to 14th. These guys are flying.
Chris Barnes is up 13 places from his start
Yeah,
position.
it is.
This is ridiculous. Jay Corley is up 10. And he's about to catch up with Chris Barnes, in theory. But Chris is closing in on Jura Larkinen, so that's all working itself loose. Miguel Freitas is your race leader for Impulse Racing.
And he's got a convincing 3.5 second lead now.
Yeah. And every time they shuffle behind him, he giggles a
He gets
little bit
another
more.
half a second.
Yeah. Here they are, 5 for second place still.
Well, this is going to affect Miguel's tactical and strategic thinking as well, isn't it? Because he can't feel safe
Yeah.
now, can he?
I don't. Well, let's just do that.
Do you think he can feel safe and still be putting out a gap on those guys behind?
Do you reckon that's possible, Sam?
Some can, and I'm sure Miguel can.
Well, he's got this. If anybody can, he has got the talent and the skill. You're right. But I wouldn't be necessarily thinking that was the case.
I don't think
think he
that.
is.
No, I don't think he is. I think he is gunning it.
I mean, it looks to me like he's not sparing the horses anything.
I think he's draining Arabia dry right now because there was no lifting at all in that.
No.
He's just wanting a bigger gap.
Yeah, and this circuit is a lot more fun when you're racing it.
Yes, it really is. It's a real highly dynamic track. I like this one. It's got a good blend of super fast straights, really risky super fast corners, which is what you dream for when you're racing a car. You just want to tip it in. You want to feel all those that G-force mentally. Obviously, you can't feel it physically in a simulator. And then it's got some real tight, heavy braking zone corners into the chicane, particularly into Bruxelles. There's not many tracks that feature so many different racing styles from corner to corner, Sam, is there? It's not unique necessarily, but the way that it combines the corners is.
It is. You've got elevation changes and all the different style of racing you can imagine. The track is pretty wide, but not too wide, so there's room to fight, as we can see. Don't dive on the inside, not working, but it was a good try. Yeah, I don't see why people don't like this. Maybe it's just because we're racing it too much in sim racing.
Yes,
That's the only reason I could see behind the I don't like Spa.
It gets heavily used, but it gets heavily used because of those reasons. It's a great racetrack.
Because a lot of people really love it, don't they?
Yeah, and it's ideal for endurance races like this one, and longer, obviously. Virtually every racing class on the planet goes here for an endurance race at some point. And you get decent weather in Belgium, which is why they don't do this in the UK, because it would be wet weather racing every day. Right, so Andy Littler's had a bit of a to-do and has had to jump to pits. I think that was on his own, looking at the SDK screen.
We've got a bit of rust, the lad has.
Yeah, without a doubt. Jay Corley popping out here behind Jura Larkinen into La Source. He's going to get this done because he's going to get on the gas a bit earlier. Might get overhauled on Kemmel Straight, but let's see what's going on at the front of the field. Or towards the front. The front of the field is 5 seconds down the road now. Even from these guys, and these guys are fighting for second place, and they've got a bit of a break, have they? It's just Tony Walker's getting dropped a little astern, Alan. He's starting to float backwards a little.
Well, this is high-paced stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's going to be on the ragged edge of his ability.
Yeah.
Keeping up with these guys. And once he's lost the toe, it's a long drawn out thing if you can't keep it up, and you're asking a lot for Tony to keep up with the people in front of him.
Yeah.
There's a stack of professional race car drivers in there.
Yeah, pretty much. And Simon Trundle's been on the chat saying he had a freeze on lap 1, which put his VR headset into half frame rate. And then had more freezes on subsequent laps. He'd have crashed if he hadn't pulled up, so he has probably done the right thing and parked it. That's not the first time he's had VR issues.
No, we had that. I think that's the thing he had last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe that was the same thing. So very unfortunate. And,
sad.
He's one of our star drivers, and we really don't want to lose people like Simon out of a race. He's always full of surprises. You can never call a race until Simon's finished.
No, and that literally hands the championship to Stephen Walker, because Simon was in second place, the only one in contention for that lead. It would have taken a miracle anyway, it has to be said. So you are staring right now at our reigning, current, and soon to be crowned again champion of TCR, folks, Stephen Walker.
He probably doesn't know it.
Oh, he probably does. Yeah.
Wait if he realises Simon's gone, I guess he does.
Yeah. Yeah. So last season we got robbed of a race last season, didn't we, Alan, for the championship? And we've been robbed by a technical issue this season as well. This
isn't anything like.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're absolutely right. That was controversy at the highest order last season. So
it was a good thing. It was.
So there's 1 hour left in the race.
Yes.
59 minutes if you want to be more on the clock.
Yeah.
What about we send a message to Stephen Walker every minute? You're champion.
That might put him off, but I doubt it, because he doesn't ever win through skill. He only ever wins through luck. Yeah, we know this.
Pure good fortune.
Yeah.
He's dogged by it. He's dogged by it. He can't get away from his lucky star.
No.
I would not do it for real. It would be super annoying. But I thought it would be fun to just give it a go.
I think
if he's listening to the broadcast, would be like, "Oh, please don't."
No, he was born in a crystal cradle, and a diamond tiara was placed on his head straight away because how lucky he is. But yes, he's. It
was difficult because he had a mouthful of silver spoons.
He did, yeah, just loads of silver spoons. Oh dear. Funny stuff. So, Miguel Freitas continues to develop his lead. He's at 4.8 seconds now, leading from our soon-to-be crowned champion yet again, Stephen Walker. He's going to have so much firewood, Alan. It's going to be crazy, isn't it? He's going to be able to set a bonfire 16 stories high.
Well, 2 of those rubbed together, any old scout like me will tell you that we can get a flame going in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No trouble at all.
Quick. That is quick.
Yeah. Finn Powell taught me everything he knew.
Oh, right. Matthew Downs, brand new to the series, doing really well. He's in 15th place right now, up 2 positions, chasing down the ever-fast Anthony Hilton.
Well, that's good if you keep up with that today, because as usual, Anthony's flying around.
Yes, he is. He's up 6 places from his start position. The only people...
And they're all, semi-pros, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Anthony Hilton's going to move up for sure next season into the Pro-Am, because he's been embedded into the Pro-Ams this season. You can see him on the timing tower there in 14th place, surrounded by green and blue number boards. So for those of you new to the series, if you are driving as Anthony Hilton is there with orange number boards and windscreen banner, you are in the AM class, a developing driver who aspires to be in the class of Matthew Downs. He's brand new to the league, but his I rating and his capability is a Pro-Am class car. They are the middle class in this series, in this racing league. And if your numbers were in yellow, as is the case here for Chris Needham, your numbers and letters on your number boards and windscreen banners are yellow, you have been a previous or current champion of this series, which he has. And the same is true for the pro class, the top class. Miguel here sporting the versions that we want to see here. Blue number boards, windscreen banners, and yellow means he is a previous champion and in the pro class. Let's find Pete Newman, who has not been champion yet. It's only a matter of time. And he has white numbers on his blue banner and number board.
And we've got, 4 pro class drivers, and we've got a very talented Pro-Am.
Yes, we do. Tony Walker there.
And he's got a nice green on the scoreboard as well, which I think is very nice. It's very clever to colour coordinate everything like that.
Absolutely.
We've got geniuses in the tech department.
Don't know about that. Right, let's have a look at what Matthew Downs is doing. He's trying to get on terms with Anthony Hilton, but Anthony is so fast. He's been like lightning in that Audi. He's been the fastest Audi for I don't know how long now. Probably since Stefan gave it up. Stefan, at the minute, in his Veloster. Hopefully we'll be joined by Silas in next season. I don't know whether they'll both race for VRS or not, but... Andrew Littler's crashed again. Or he might just park the car. Sometimes SDK thinks stopping the car on track is a crash. No pit stops at all yet, apart from forced ones.
Yes, no fueling stops, which is interesting, I think, because time's getting on.
Yeah. What would you think? We usually see pit stops around lap 6 in a standard feature race, and they're on less fuel, but they're going to run this one right to dry, I would reckon, so that they can use any fast repairs in the second stint. Sam, would you think that that's a sensible thing to do? Run this one dry and then pit the car, pick up some repairs, make anything you bumped and scraped and things. Does that make a sensible option?
It is, particularly as you have more speed in a less fueled car.
Yeah, good point. Yep.
Less weight equals more speed.
Yeah.
For some people, not for everybody.
Well, not for me.
Plus, I don't know why iRacing takes into account my real life weight into account. So I'm never faster when the car is light, but it is for some people.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Right, so...
Don't worry, I've lost 15 kilos, so we're good for the Nürburgring.
Oh, well done.
We've been tracking...
Was that worry because of,
Yeah. We've both been doing all right with that this year, haven't we? Because I'm similar in terms of weight loss. Right, Jamie Jeffrey has just set the fastest Sector 1 of anybody. 43.7 seconds to get round Sector 1. Let's have a look at fastest laps. I know it's down here somewhere. Just give me a minute. Best lap. Best time. There we go. So, best time so far is Miguel Freitas.
That doesn't surprise me, but it's a very convincing.
But look at the time.
He's got
It's a
yeah,
qualifying time. That's what he qualified on.
yeah. He's just flying around.
How can you do that with a fully fueled car? That's ridiculous. His closest rival, looking at that, is Jamie Jeffrey, who's just posted his fastest Sector 1. 2/10 slower, 2.5 tenths slower than Miguel Freitas, who is just extending his lead, Sam. He's just an unstoppable force, isn't he?
It's gonna be a tough ask to catch him now. I think, even with the fuel saving we saw from Steven, it's gonna be really complicated to get like almost 6 seconds on the pit stop. You don't gain that by fuel saving.
No.
Except if he's trying the one stopper, but I don't know if it's possible, and I don't know if he has saved enough. Passing Pete and not staying behind him, so I think it's a 2-stopper, and we are getting pit stop right now.
Yes, we are. They've just entered the pits.
We've cracked under the pressure.
Yeah.
That man saying you're just about to run out of fuel, you fool. It's probably had an effect.
Yeah. So pit lane showing its first visitors. And Pete Newman has just overtaken Stephen Walker at the top end of Kemmel Straight.
Yes, an interesting move, don't you think?
Well, not if he's going to pit next lap. It's a
Well,
sensible
people are starting
move.
to pit. People are starting to pit. Is that part of it, or
Yeah.
does Pete actually think he's got the pace of Stephen and
Well,
thinks he wants to close the gap?
That was a lovely standard and clinical overtake, Sam, at the end of Kemmel Straight. That's how you want to do that, isn't it, really?
It is. Pretty nice move, and probably trying to get ahead before the pit stop so he can exit in front.
Yep, that would be my tactic, and I'm stupid. So it's probably a good tactic to do. Right, back here, we've got all sorts going on around Luke Jones at the minute. That's Jura Larkinen, who has been overtaken now by Matt Elmore. I don't know how, his battery must be flat from all the flashing lights on the grid. And then, who's that behind? That is Max, isn't it? Yes, Max Nevinchani. These two are going 2 by 2 into Double Gauche in a second. So there's my end in tears. I've seen this happen.
Oh, it's a bad corner.
It's a ruthless corner when you're trying to do 2 wide driving. Max is thinking, go on, lads.
Yeah, that was well done, guys. That was well done, because
They're
that
not
is a
sorted
tricky
yet.
old thing.
Oh, Luke Jones
Yeah.
giving room, so well done,
It's a
Luke.
little bit more. This is dangerous times. These need to be careful.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get a spin. It's a soft spin just there.
Right, pit lane is now
Hello.
full. The only car that's
And
gone...
your prediction yet again. Well done, you two.
Yeah, we did all right that
We
time,
got
Sam.
in front because they were coming in for the pits.
Yeah, everybody's in. The whole field is coming in,
And
apart
now,
from...
yeah, it's
Stephen
become very
Walker.
popular all of a sudden.
Stephen Walker is the only car, Sam, going another lap.
That's probably from the fuel saving he's done.
Yeah, which is... I don't know what that does to tactics, because I'm dumb. I don't understand what goes on. Is this going to pole vault him at the next stop above, or is this going to be a one-stop strategy from Stephen Walker, do we think?
He'll get a leading laps.
He will get a leading
Again,
lap, yeah.
Yeah, he will get a leading lap, so that's a point for it, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember the rules correctly, sorry, because I mostly do V8, so I don't follow everything. But a one-stopper, I don't know. Again, I don't think he has saved enough fuel to do a one-stopper,
Okay.
but he will have a shorter pit stop on the next one, if you manage to save a bit
Yes.
more fuel as well.
Yeah, it's a good
So,
point.
again, I don't think he will get to Miguel, but it's a nice fight. As these are fighting, it will help him because he's alone in clean air, and Pete and Jamie are fighting together for P2.
Yeah.
P3 right now. That's right.
Yeah, and Darrell Wright is the only other car in the whole field, Alan, that has not pitted the car yet. And he's still on lead lap as Amclass.
But we know that he's practicing your fuel station.
We do. He said it, didn't he, in an interview?
Yes, it is.
So I wonder if this is going to be his race, because if he could match, all right, it'll be further down the field, obviously. If he could match whatever Stephen Walker's doing, that is a remarkable achievement. Right. So this battle has not broken up at all. If anything, it's got worse for Pete Newman, because he's now got Jamie Jeffrey, who's super fast, on his boot lid with Alex Savillano-Ledo bearing down on the pair of them. And in the distance, just there, is T, who has been, well, he's been right at the pointy end of everything and won a race last week for the first time in this series, as race leader, championship leader, and reigning champion. Stephen Walker enters pit road for his scheduled stop. That car sounds like it's on the back end of its fuel. I was going to say something else then. Nicola Jeffrey, good evening, gents, she says. Great commentary as usual. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Nicola.
Yeah, she is obviously...
Did we put the red car bit down in time for Stephen?
So she's going to be shouting for Jamie Jeffrey here.
And why shouldn't she?
Yeah,
Look at
I
him,
know.
he's playing blinder
Isn't
tonight.
he just... Miguel Freitas.
He's just sitting there, cold as you like,
Yeah.
not doing anything special, just keeping there. And yes, very, very nicely placed, and it's very sweet. They've been through the pit stops, first pit stops, and we'll see what transpires. But James in a good spot.
Yeah, and how do you think, Sam, this has worked out for Stephen Walker? He's popped out ahead of Pete Newman. I mean, it's a lovely, safe rejoin to the racing speed, isn't it? But did he want to be behind this queue, do you think? Or is he going to give it up in order that he can fuel save more? Do you think there's a tactic like that involved or not?
I don't think if he has to give it up right now. It's good to get P2 at the end of the race if it stays like that, because he will have one less lap to do on this tank of fuel or the next one.
Yeah.
Which means he has less time to spend in the pits.
Yeah, good point.
So he probably spent more time. I don't know what the time is. Let me check.
Where is he? There.
Almost the same time.
Yeah.
Even shorter than everybody else. So I'm surprised by that, because he's done one more lap. But that means he could save some fuel, but sometimes you run it a bit more dry if you want.
I wonder if it's
So
because
you have a bit less left.
Do you reckon that his total pit lane time is less because he pitted on his own? There was no other cars around him to distract him. There was no congestion in front or behind him to, you know.
It might be that
yeah.
you influence and see the lollipop man and all.
Yeah,
probably, because it's true that the pit time is almost a second longer than Miguel and about the same as Pete and a bit longer than everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, I used to hate pitting with other cars. When I managed to make it to the pit stops, of course.
Yeah.
It did not happen often.
No, and when I did, if you remember, I sailed straight past my box a few times. Donington being the most hilarious of them all. Even for me, I rolled into pit lane at Donington and thought, where on earth is my flagman? And then I looked in my rearview mirror and he was behind me. I was literally the first box in the pit road. Totally sailed straight past him.
Oh.
Whoa, that was a bit tasty. Got a tyre on the track there, Jay.
Yeah.
So
These guys aren't tired, are they?
no, Jay Corley does fantastic things for everyone, really, in the sim racing community. He does track guides. Go and find him, Jay Coles, on YouTube, Twitch, etc. And subscribe to his channels. And I don't know, some people pay for his entertainment, and he's such a lovely, softly spoken individual, such a lovely man. It's worth actually investing in his channels, because he does great things, doesn't he, Alan? It's
Yeah, he's very cuddly.
yeah, very cuddly. That's a good term, actually, cuddly. Yeah, you want to give him a bit of a hug. Yeah. Right.
I
So
want to give all these chaps a hug. I'm terrible. I'm just an inveterate hugger, I'm afraid.
yeah, professional hugger, maybe.
It's good. Well, you know, it's flower child.
Well, yeah, child of the 60s, hippies.
That's it.
Yeah,
Afraid so.
So,
I spent 10 years hugging people in a non-stop frenzy of hugging.
excellent. You can get arrested for that these days, you know.
Yes. Well, people run away if you try and hug them, so you don't get a chance.
Right, so Jay Corley up 16 places from his start position, but he did not qualify. He often does that. Also up 16 places is Chris Barnes, 2 cars behind him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well done, Chris. That's sterling performance.
Absolutely brilliant. Where is the other Blade Designs car? The other Blade Designs car is in the hands of Deck Crowther here.
Yes, who was also doing. He's not letting the side down at all, is he?
No, he's not. He's doing a great job. I race in South Africa. Do we know who that is? Hilton. Hilton's out. What?
Oh no.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can see why as well. There's lots going on wrong with that car. Sad that you've exited already. Hopefully you'll come back next season for a blast because you did really well in the previous race, race week rather. And we look forward to seeing you. Disappointing effort. Tried fighting back after the incident on early on. Yeah. Okay. Well, next season is a different set of fortunes.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully he's enjoyed the racing, and
Yeah.
that's all you want. I mean, if he's discouraged, then that's it.
Yeah. I wonder how his
It's always another race. There's always another day and chances.
yeah. I wonder how his fast repair didn't kick in, or maybe he used it and then crashed and then has a 35-minute repair. But yeah, we hope to see you back next season. Everybody has one bad race. Unfortunately, you only had 2 race
I'm not
weeks
sure
to
that was
pick
a
from.
bad race. It's so easy to have something like this, especially on a crowded circuit where everybody's trying to do well. It's just, it's not that hard to not be able to complete a race, is it?
No.
It happens to us all.
Absolutely right. To me, more than anybody else for some reason. I don't know why. Because I'm such a good and safe driver, aren't I, Sam?
Well, it's certainly
Sam.
we've got room in the league for drivers like
Yeah.
Mr. Nickerson. He was very nice. He drove well, and I didn't see any difficulties at all. And I would like him to come back again.
Yeah. He says he used his quick repair early on. Okay.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
Yeah,
I've
that's
had
the
that
thing.
happen. I've had the fast repair basically remove the dead flies off the front of my car, and then I've crashed it later and regretted the fact that I didn't switch my fast repair off. So again, it's something easily done. Right, this looks messy, Sam. This is Kemmel Straight. We are slugging it out here for 12th place, and Jay Corley going around the outside of Demis Tigchalar there. That's bossing it, isn't it?
Yeah, and the track is pretty dirty on the outside lane as well.
Yeah, look at it.
Wow, that was a pretty smart piece of driving by Jay, I've got to say.
Yeah, that was pretty classy.
That was pretty controlled piece, because that's a tricky little section, all third gear, everyone's going faster. Yeah, that was very controlled piece of driving there.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Matthew Downs, new to the series this week, pulling a move very nicely there on Chris Barnes, and pushing him back just 1 place out of his massive, well, it was 15 places, as Jay Corley puts his 17th position on the board.
Well, you had him spotted straight away, Pete.
Oh,
he didn't
no,
put in the
no, no,
quality.
no.
Oh, he's going
Dennis!
to save that. He's going to save
Yes,
that.
he is just. Oh my God, he was wrestling that, Sam. That was an octopus he was fighting there.
Oh, what a great
Yeah.
save. Oh, I do like to see a save like that.
That was
Brilliant stuff.
spectacular. Well done. Does next season start in 2 weeks, says Nicola. Yes, it does. We don't know what we're going to do about Christmas Day, but we think we're going to race on New Year's Day. And we'll see how committed everybody is. But I think Christmas Day is a bit of a stretch too far. So we might run with an 11-week season. And we might run Christmas week on a different day. And we'll see what uptake we get.
What, move it to the 3rd of January?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh, I'm going to have to go chopper on this. This looks proper good. Where's chopper cam? So, that is Jamie Jeffrey
Oh.
passing
Ooh.
Stephen Walker for 2nd place.
And Alex going by Pete.
And
Well,
yes, sorry, well spotted. Wow. Okay.
I did say that Jamie was sitting there quietly, just minding his own business.
Well, we know
But, he's a
that
sleeper, isn't he?
Yeah, well, Jamie Jeffrey cannot fuel save. He's, by his own admission, he only knows how to stamp his right foot. He's a real life racer, and he only knows one option, which is to try and win by racing faster than everybody around him. So, Miguel Freitas gets himself nearly 8 seconds of lead. Sam, is that insurmountable for everybody yet?
Yes.
It looks like he's in a practice on his own. Look, there's no one on screen. It's just ridiculous.
That's so funny.
Let me give him a black flag so he can stop in the pits and wait for everybody else, because that's unfair.
Oh, that is funny. Right, so this is where it's at. Second place is the contested position. First place has Impulse Racing stamped all over it with Miguel Freitas. He's a bit like the Stig,
Is it
isn't
impossible? Is it impossible
It's not
for Jamie to
impossible.
catch him?
But it's, I don't know.
Has he been holding something back all this time, and he just thinks, with 40 minutes, I can actually still make a difference in this race?
I don't know what this does to Stephen Walker's tactic.
Well, his tactic is, I've won the championship no matter what happens.
Well, there is that, but I know Stephen, and he'll still
He'll
want to win the race.
Yes, but it looks like Miguel's got away, which surprises me a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's
Because,
Miguel's race to lose now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It's just
Absolutely.
how he could lose it. Is it on fuel saving? Is it on a crash? Is it on getting through back markers? Because that will be a feature sooner than you think. He will be approaching the back of the field in how long? Carl Hardy is where?
He's down in 27th place.
Yes, he is. He's
unfortunately.
languishing back about a third of a lap. So maybe in about half an hour, Miguel will catch up with him. Right, let's see what's going on here. Holding station into Lecum at the minute, into Malmedy, and nobody's doing anything. Where everybody's pretty balanced. There's no overtaking points here until you probably get to the chicane. Oh, why has Jamie sailed it into that Bruxelles corner? He's alright though, he's got it in control.
Well, I would say he's probably finding himself under a slight bit of pressure.
Understatement of the century from Sir Alan Toon. Oh, here we go. This is a draft overtake there from Demis on Matthew Downs. That may well get repaid because Matthew seems to be a very, very fast racer. Chris Barnes is slowly stepping backwards a little. And Luke Jones is in a heated exchange with Roger.
Nice.
And
They'll be loving that.
Look at Max. Max is wanting just a sniff of this. That's all he needs.
He's just lurking.
Yeah. Ooh, Jake Hawley has been overtaken. That is a surprise. By Renee.
Yeah, well, Renee has been quick, but yeah, that surprises me a bit, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Because I think, wasn't Jay ahead of him?
He
in
was.
the quali?
I don't know whether Jay has either not put new tyres on and Renee has.
Practice it was, wasn't he?
Yeah. Or.
I was about to ask you about tires, because I know in the feature races when there's a double header,
Yeah.
they don't change tires
No.
because you lose so much time by eating them after changing that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Is it worse to change in these endurance races?
It is.
Can you make up the ground?
So, oh my god, sorry, I thought they were coming together to crash. Usually the tyres on the TCR last for about 6 hours. They're pretty resilient as Matthew gets right underneath, but he's on the wrong side of the car to do anything with it through the chicane. And Demis retains that, or does he? Because he's pull off the corner was terrible. We're going to have to watch this for a bit longer here because I don't think that Matthew Downs can go around the outside at La Source.
He's gonna get the run.
He is going to get the run. That was nicely... Oh, wow, that is really good from Matthew Downs. Like that a lot. Well done, that man. And Dennis is shocked into handing him over a half-second gap. Right, so what were we talking about just then? I have no idea anymore.
Tires.
Tyres, right, tyres. I don't think you need, in inverted commas, change tyres at all in the TCR. But there is an advantage, a short-term advantage to doing so on twisty, tight circuits with lots of acceleration zones. Now, this is a free-flowing circuit in the most part, so I don't know that you should or could benefit from a tyre change. Answers on a
I
postcard.
don't think you can get. I don't think you can get the time back. Simple as
I
that.
don't either. I just don't.
But I can drink this whiskey, and
yeah.
I'm delighted that the bottle that Pete gives me every season is still surviving to the end of this race. And I'm
Excellent.
pleased for it.
Good stuff. Right, we're getting very, very tasty at the front again. Let's have a quick on board here with a bit of nose. Cam.
Oh, clearly Stephen isn't content.
Well, he's still fuel saving if you watch that. He was out of the gas.
Most people are fuel saving, don't have their bonnets up the other fella's boot.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there you go.
I think he's still fuel saving.
He's giving him
Let's
a bit of a push.
Yeah, he's
I don't see
well
why
out
he
of the
would
gas.
bother. He can't save enough, can he?
I don't know. That's the challenge, isn't it? He's now behind a car that can tow him around for, well, what, an hour? No, what's he got left here? 40 minutes. 30 minutes and a half an hour. I
Well,
can't
I
count.
was wondering if Jamie could actually match pace with Miguel, but he's not. They're losing pace quicker than they were before.
Yeah, let's have a look at last lap times on the timing tower there. Last time round was this. So, what's going on? Miguel is faster than everybody in the field.
God, that's a big chunk of time, Pete,
It's
isn't it?
massive. 0.6 of a second. Now it's insurmountable, Sam, right?
I think it's been for a while now.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, he is mega out of the gas. So, if Stephen Walker managed to not have to pit at all again, does that
He will have
threaten
to.
Miguel? I think it does, doesn't
Nah,
it?
he will have to because he speeded too early. I think
Oh, do you reckon?
to have this strategy working.
Okay, so...
I don't know if he went to the pit with an empty tank on the first
Yes.
stop, but I would guess he did.
Yeah, it was coughing
So
on
that
pit
mean-
road, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If he was coughing already on lap 13, that means on lap 26 max he will be in the pit, maybe 27. So that's 7 laps from now.
Yeah.
Which means 15 minutes maybe. So that doesn't go all the way to the end of the race.
No,
So,
not
yeah.
at all. And the fastest lap of the race is still Miguel Freitas. Second fastest lap is now Pete Newman. So he's got it in the tank to take that fastest lap point away from Miguel. Whether he will do or not is another thing. Go back to pit laps and we can see when everybody pitted. So Stephen Walker pitted on lap 13. You would expect him to pit again on lap 26. Why would it be any different? I don't know what that would do. I don't know.
Well, he stayed out the extra lap, didn't he?
He did.
The other idea would be to pit with everybody else and fill the car the same amount of every other driver,
But be out sooner.
but you'll be out sooner because you already have something in the tank.
Yeah. Oh, what?
I'll just go the extra lap again
Yeah.
and go 2 laps further into this one then.
Oh, I raced in
And-
South Africa says he's racing in the new season.
Ray!
Yay. So Hilton is going to
Good
be
man.
back with us. Sorry, had to interrupt when I read it.
I was about to be finished.
Oh, right,
So,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
it's
That's good. That's good. Oh, this is getting meaty. This is
We've
getting
got lots
meaty.
of tasty little groups here
Oh
having a real
my!
good time together.
Don't crash! Don't crash! Don't go 3 wide into the
They're
chicane,
not going to
please.
crash. They're loving this. They're having such a good time.
Yeah. Max and Evan Channy there in that Audi is thinking, do what you like, boys. I'm going to choose my own line. He's got a slow down, has he? No, he hasn't. He's just chosen a different line. That Audi. Oh, elbows. Elbows. That Audi, Sam, has so much point and squirt compared to the other cars in this series. It's almost like a completely different car, like series of car, class of car. It's bizarre. Right, what's going on here? Anthony Hilton and Demis Tigchalar in the draft train situation again. Anthony going around the outside. No, that's not ended well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right.
Oh, car's okay. Oh, look at that. Good save.
Demis.
Back on the road.
Yeah, he's done all right there. Might feel a bit shortchanged. What was your opinion on that, Sam? Let's go and have a look at it
I
again.
think we'll have to see from above because I think Demi's turned in
Okay.
from that camera angle, but I'm not sure
Let's
because
have a look.
he's alongside now Anthony Hinton,
Oh.
and then there, yeah, that's.
Is that Anthony's?
Anthony.
I think that might be
I think
Anthony's.
Anthony turned in by the looks of it, didn't he?
I think so.
I think it's a bit on that 50-50, to be honest.
I don't think
Right.
there's anything in it.
I
No,
think
no.
Anthony did not left enough room, and Demi's went a bit further
Yes.
to the left
Yeah, I think.
at the same time, and they went both for the same real estate. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
they're
We see an
bench
awful
killers,
lot
so
of
they will,
those.
yeah, they're gonna
they will
cut.
resolve that now.
They're
and
gonna
try.
do a little cuddle now, right? That's what happens, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they should
absolutely.
do it NASCAR style
Yeah.
and just
Slug it
you know,
out.
punch each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody's got to prepare to give room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it takes two people
And if
to
they're
make a
not,
safe
that's what
overtake.
happens.
Wow.
Somebody ends up on the verge.
Luke Jones,
These
really
still all
pushing
in a
it.
bunch. Still look, and they've been together in a bunch for quite a competitive time.
Yeah, at least 20 hours. Luke Jones just absolutely got mullered by the two cars around him.
Well, Roger will be pleased to get in front
Yeah.
of the gentleman who
Yeah.
scragged him going round with lassos.
Right then, and we're going to keep watching this just for a second more because... Oh, that was close. That's using every bit of track for all
Oh,
of them.
word.
Roger Morton gets...
Oh, look at this. He's got absolute
Jura was
beautiful.
terrible
around
out
there.
of the chicane.
Yeah, poor Joe didn't get good through there. But if you don't get a good exit, that's exactly what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to lose 2 positions though because of it, and May. No, he's going to slot in here. Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
I'm on the
2.
wrong car. There we go.
He'll be okay.
Why is he not tucking in? All right, okay.
People are stuck going against the wall, folks, because there's a bit of side drafting down the wall on
Yeah.
that side. That's why everybody's going over there, if you're wondering.
Deck Crowther and Anthony Hilton. Ooh, Anthony. So this is getting a bit even tastier now because that is Matt Elmore there. Obviously, he's not got any electricity in the car because of flashing all the lights earlier on. But he's joined the back of this queue, 5 deep now for 15th place. So that's going to get a bit interesting very, very quickly. Let's just
Very much midfield, isn't it? Crikey, look at
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
let's run us through.
Competitive racing, some very good drivers in there.
Yeah, and we're going to run us through. I'm going to run us through the field at the front anyway. Miguel Freitas leads this race by that. You can see Jamie Jeffrey there in the background. That is what 9.8 seconds looks like.
Getting close to double figures, isn't he?
He is.
Goodness.
Inexorably closer. And then these 4, Jamie Jeffrey, Stephen Walker, Alex Lado and Pete Newman, thrashing it out for 2nd place at the moment. That's quite a queue of talented drivers. let's go back to where we were though, because Matt Elmore is about to pop out of the toe of Chris Barnes. No, he's not. He's tucked back in because Blanchimont is not a place to do any overtaking in reality. That is where they are, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I got it wrong then. He's backed right off it as he approaches the chicane anyway. Last source may be the best place to go as people start pitting the cars again.
Oh, yes. Well,
And that is exactly
23.
as you
Lap
expect.
23.
Yep. So I expect the majority of cars in next lap, Sam. When do you think we will see the luckiest Wookiee in the world pitting his car? 24 or later than 24?
Well, either he pits with the group or after 26.
Yeah.
If he saved enough to do it. Yeah. That would be my guess.
My particular guess is that he won't, because he will do the benefit of pitting when nobody else is and getting himself no congestion in pit lane entry, and as you pointed out before, I hadn't quite thought of it in that way, but you get to sight your own pit box with no cars in the way. You can't get it wrong, or sorry, I can. You could get it less wrongerer. Those are real words. Those are real words. No laughing, right? Just an average sim racer. How's Mr. Hurley doing? When the Hurley Burley's done, he's in 26th place. He's in his start position for just an average sim racer. Paul Hurley. He's doing a really good job of maintaining race position. So all good stuff. Right.
It's got my captain chasing him.
Stephen
at
Walker.
a considerable distance.
Stephen Walker wanted to be on the left-hand side of that car, thinking it was going to pit road. Jamie Jeffries, the car I'm talking about, and he's kind of disadvantaged himself there because he's rolled backwards a little. But Pete Newman could not get any more fuel out of the car, Sam. He's gone to pit road.
That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yes.
He's out of
Yes.
sequence now. I don't understand that strategy.
No, he's on lap. Ah, no, yeah, right. Maybe it's the time where, you know, there's 20 minutes left, so you probably think, okay, I can pit now, pull the car up all the way, and make it to the end, basically.
Well, he might get a lap or two, maybe, of free track. But I think it'll be one lap, is what I'm thinking. But it goes against what you were saying before, around racing the car when it's at its lightest. If you fill the car up again, you're driving a heavier car, aren't you, obviously?
It's in. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
but-
Perhaps he's been heavy on the fuel.
Yeah, true.
He's got so much of an advantage, I don't think it changes a lot.
So, a few other cars have gone to pit road. Chris Needham, Matthew Downs. You can see it on your timing tower, folks. Miguel Freitas is still the race leader, and it will take a minor cataclysm.
Well, he'd have to smash his car up, I guess.
He would, as
I don't see him doing that, to be honest. He looks to me like he's having the time of his life. He's just enjoying himself. He likes his track. He likes the lap round there, and he's comfortable, and he's got all the pace in the world.
Yep, he does. And Jay Corley and Rene Earhart, they've been together for quite a long
They've
time.
been scrapping a long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that they haven't decided. They haven't decided who's going to win this little tournament tonight, and
No.
they're still deciding.
Right.
They're still discussing it. It's still under discussion.
Yeah. And Hilton is going to rejoin us racing again in 4 minutes, apparently. So expect that car to just pop itself back to normal, and he'll be back on the track and racing. And race leader Miguel Freitas to pit road. In about 40 minutes, we should see the rest of the cars approaching. There they are. Now, that is
Jamie's gone
interesting.
in.
Jamie's gone in. Stephen Walker and Alex Lado have not. What's Tony doing?
Miguel's
in.
put his slippers on. God, he's
Yeah.
put his footstool out, his slippers on.
Yeah,
What's that?
Miguel's.
He's put the telly on. Oh
Yeah,
my word! He's got the brandy out. Oh dear, dear. Yeah, well,
I saw him get a gin and tonic as well.
not in any kind of hurry.
No, no.
There we go. Oh, I'll just pop out now, chaps. Don't worry. I've got my 10 seconds lead
So
to protect me.
who is that that's just followed him out of the pits? Is that Jura?
What cheeky chappy has done that?
Jura, he's been in the pits for quite a long time repairing the car. Right, okay. That makes sense now.
Well, come on, Jura. Get some toe here.
Yeah.
Come on, lad.
Wow, pit lane is busy. Very busy. Casper on the move now. Has he? No, he hasn't leapfrogged. Tony's gone already. Tony's out here. Oh, there. Sorry. Going out of Eau Rouge and up over Radion. So Stephen Walker is your race leader at the moment, but he's got company in the form of Alex Lado. I'm surprised that Alex Lado's managed to eke out some extra fuel because I didn't have him down as a fuel saver.
No, Alex. He doesn't strike me as the fuel saving type. I've got to say.
No, and I think even if Stephen doesn't pit this lap, I think Alex definitely will.
You know, I'm just looking. Have you noticed Stefan?
Stefan, where's Stefan? Why is Stefan in
Exactly.
8th? Good grief, that is very good.
He's been driving quietly really well all race, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
just
lone lapping at the minute. I mean, he likes Nürburgring, and that is a lone lapping track, really, isn't it?
well, it's like, yes. I mean, I love Nürburgring, but this is similar in it's a nice long track. You can get into a nice rhythm. It's a lovely rhythmical track where you can just get into a lovely rhythm and knock out lap after lap at decent lap times.
How far are you from Spa, Sam, when you're living in Belgium? When you're, back at your parents'?
About 45 minutes.
Is that it?
Yep.
So it's an hour to get across the country.
Alex is gone. He's done exactly as I said. Stephen Walker's gone round again. Stephen Walker's going to get 27 laps out of this, baby.
Does he put fuel in there?
Huh?
Or does he put high octane aircraft fuel or something?
I don't know. If we look under the car, you probably see his feet in Flintstone style.
Hello. Oh, look, we're getting these lovely people coming out the pits.
I know.
It does add something to the main straight when 60 cars come out the pits.
Miguel's through. And Alex Lado is still stationary. And now he's moving. Where's Jamie? There he is. And Pete Newman is ahead of him by quite a long way now. What happened there? Was that pit stop time, Sam? I can't tell at the minute. Pete Newman versus Jamie. Yes, it is. Look at the difference. Pit lane stationary time is massive for Jamie Jeffrey, Sam.
I don't understand how
No,
it's
because
so different.
Pete's gone from 5th to 3rd.
Yes, he
And
has.
he's comfortably in 3rd.
Yeah, exactly my point. Alex Lado is fallen astern of him, but critically, Jamie Jeffrey is even further back, and he was ahead of this group.
He was comfortably leading this second group, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's used too much fuel.
There's different thing.
Go on.
Alex and Steven rode a bit together, and Pete was just behind them when he pitted.
Yeah.
So that's because the pit stop time is almost the same between Alex and Pete. Although the pit lane time is a bit longer for Alex, so that's where he lost his time, almost a second.
Yeah.
But Jamie is 2 seconds longer in the pit stall, not the pit lane, the pit stall. 2 seconds longer than anybody else around him. Well, in front of him.
Yeah, that strikes me as being a bit unusual because Jamie's a bit of a pro when it comes to the pit stopping. He doesn't
That's basically fuel. I would say.
You don't think he's changed his tyres?
No. Question
Put a
from
cat among the pigeons with fresh rubber.
yeah. Question from Tom Woodcock, who needs to come back racing with us on the chat. What happened to Mr. Carl Hardy? That was early on. That he ended up with a crash. and front of his car fell off, and etc. etc. etc.
He had to have a tow, cost us a lot
did.
of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, very upsetting.
Right.
Because he
So
was doing well. He qualified well and he was driving well.
I think Stephen might have a hydrogen powered car. I mean, that's the next fad, isn't it? Maybe
He does it on fart power.
fart power. Yeah, that's a good one. He's only just pulled up in his box and Miguel's overtaken him. That's how different that is.
Well, he had 10
Yeah.
seconds before he's going to have...
Yeah, but 2 seconds slow,
Wow. Yeah.
less in the pits than anybody else behind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And there's Pete
that's
Newman.
the advantage,
Yeah, that is massive now. So Stephen Walker.
she said.
Hey.
So all of that is managed to knock 2 seconds off Miguel.
Yes. But Miguel is still toe in, and Stephen may well be toe in now, actually. He may have put enough fuel in that he can absolutely gun it for the rest of the race. Whether that
I'm sure
means
they will have.
Miguel's actually still pulling out a lead again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason any of them need to hold back now.
No.
Out of that cycle, Pete's done the best out of it.
Very much so, and Jamie Jeffrey actually is the loser of the top 4 or 5 rather, because he was in second. He's now in 5th. Yeah, he's gonna rue the day that he used in so much fuel, because as far as I'm reading it off the screen here, his pit lane stationary time was 2 seconds nearly slower than everybody else. Is that what you're reading, Sam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
13.8 seconds versus 11.9, which is his closest rival in terms of the pit lane time, which was Alex.
Yep, a bit of an update from the back of the pack.
Yeah.
Hilton is back in the race.
Oh,
Hilton
nice.
Nickinson.
Yeah.
But we lost Luke Jones. Had a
Oh.
great battle with Roger Morton, and he sent something on the TCR chat that PC said no more. I'm
really?
going to sleep.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So he's gone and
Some
out.
hardware issues. Yeah.
I don't see any crashes with Luke or anything like that. Don't know. Maybe it was something that I missed. I don't know. Right.
No.
I'd like to think that I don't miss anything, but that's not the case.
Yeah,
is it?
I think the computer said no more,
Oh,
so
the
it just
computer did.
shut down.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
and he's dropped to upload packet loss from the session.
So yes,
Which means
his internet.
disconnected.
Yeah, his internet's disconnected.
Oh,
That's a shame.
he's got booted out on a technical.
Yeah.
Oh, matey, I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shocking. I do feel for you.
Yeah,
And
maybe
that
After
was
all
about
that
3
hard
minutes ago.
work to be booted out on a technical, that's shocking and awful. I do feel for you, lad. I'm sorry about that. It's terrible.
as am I.
Oh, dear. It's a heartbreak, isn't it?
It
It's a
is.
heartbreak.
Yeah, you don't
People
need
put
that.
their heart and soul into this stuff, and that's why we care about it. And, you know, it does affect you emotionally when things like that happen. It does make you feel terrible.
Well, something else to note is Chris Barnes is going to have that view burned into his monitor because he and his teammate.
Ooh.
Oh dear!
Ooh,
Oh, that's blue on
good, Lee.
blue.
That's good, Lee.
That's blue on blue, and they're both lost
there you
out to
go.
Anthony Hilton. I was going to say.
Anthony won't say no.
No, he
If you've been
won't.
offering a gift horse to look in the mouth of.
Yeah. If only I could be in the Blade Designs chat right now. I think there'd be some swearing. Oh, and he's gone to pits. Oh, that's unexpected.
Oh.
I wonder what that was for. Did he hit the wall? I didn't think he did.
Oh, I do. But he's not got damage.
I don't think he has got damage because that is not how you
No,
pit
it's a
the car.
drive-through.
That's a
Is
drive-through.
that a drive-through?
Yeah, driver shame for Chris
It
Barnes.
must have picked up 4 points or something and dropped
Yeah.
him over Andy over the limit.
I would suggest so. And this battle is still not done.
It is Spa, and they've been out there racing for over an hour.
Yeah.
So
Might not be the last to
there's
get through
you've
there.
we're not terribly generous with the off tracks.
No, we're not. 15 gets you a drive-through, and every
Yeah,
15
a lot
gets you a
of
drive-through.
leagues it's 25, but we hold these guys to a higher standard.
Yes, we do.
There's been a few people with drive-throughs,
Has
by
there
the way.
really? Okay, he's not the
Yes.
first.
I don't want to put people on the spot, but Carl Hardy, Andrew Littler, Jorel Lakonen, and Chris Barnes.
Right, okay.
And there's another driver's to incident away from it.
Oof.
So
Paul gets one
we might see
automatically as soon
another
as he
one.
shows up at the track. He gets one just added in.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
admission cost comes with one drive-through, one admittance drive-through. Yeah. But yeah, credit where credit's due. The man is out there racing in 23rd position after a massive crash and very disheartening.
Yeah.
But he's out there because this is the spirit of the chap.
Matt Elmore has found another mat.
Yes, lovely
of the
to see
mats.
those wheels back on the track.
Well, the wheels I'm fine with. It's the headlights that I've got a problem with.
Well, can't you put some get some of that super gaffer tape on them?
Well, probably, yeah. Put it over his mouth as well. Not in a weird way. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, no!
Oh,
No! What is that?
Oh, that's my Pete.
It
What's
is.
going on?
I don't know, but it's not even an off. Oh, now there is. Right, well, thank you, SDK, for the very late announcement of that one.
Oh no!
What is this? What is this?
Just when I was feeling all smug about me being in third.
Yeah, on his own.
Oh.
What is that? That's technical.
Oh,
That is
my
technical.
word. Oh, that
that-
is not anything to do with Pete, is it?
No, is that another disconnect, Sam? Can you see it or
Not from the session, but
Okay.
that's most likely a wheel disconnect.
That's
Wheel
a
disconnect,
just
right.
Something.
That was
Oh,
ridiculous.
God help us. Oh well.
He's-
Oh, Pete.
Yeah, he's tried to sort it out.
Yeah,
Look.
he's tried to look.
Yeah,
Well.
absolute passenger to technology. That.
Oh.
Right. Let's
Well,
go.
that is a shame after such a fine performance he was putting in.
Yeah.
Really is a shame.
Shocking.
Oh, groan.
Right. So let's run through the field again. Back to a 9-second lead is Miguel Freitas approaching back markers now. So he's going to have to be careful. Stephen Walker has a 6 second lead over Alex Sablano-Ledo. There he is, approaching the chicane. A great performance from Alex.
Yeah, he's looking at a podium now.
Yes, he is.
You don't get one of those except by being there and quick.
No.
He's been there the whole race, hasn't he?
He has.
Sticking his nose in and a bit of ill fortune further ahead, and that's it. He's in there, a nice podium position, and who can say that he doesn't deserve it?
Oh, no, he absolutely deserves that. And
So,
Jamie Jeffrey will probably review his fuel usage after this one. He's in 4th place at the moment. He's got 3 seconds to Alex Lado, but the more important headline is he's under pressure slightly here from Tony Walker, who is doing a very, very professional race so far. Kept out of trouble, good pace, kept in the tow, doing everything right so far.
leading his class.
And leading his class from Kasper Smirnov. Now, he's 11 seconds adrift, but I don't think that's the headline. The headline is he's done a fantastic race. Kept his nose clean, and yeah, he was slowly falling away from the group ahead. Anyway, he lost the tow, and at that point around Spa, you've got to be some sort of ridiculously exceptional driver to bridge the gap. So I think he's done a great job this evening. 7th place and another 9 seconds back down the road is Stefan.
Yeah.
That
What
is
a drive.
Yeah,
What
that's,
a drive by the lad. I just thrilled for him.
yeah.
think that's brilliant drive.
Special that. 7th place at Spa. Very good result this will be if he can hold that. He's actually in a very, very comfortable position because it's 6.5 seconds back to Pete Van Gool. PVG himself is here in that Elantra, up 5 places from the start. He's
doing a good drive.
Yeah, solid performance. And then the most forward moving driver of the night is Jay Corley. But he's having this tussle here with Rene Earhart, and Rene is winning it at the minute. And schooling Jay a little bit. But don't forget, folks, go and find Jay's channel, subscribe to it on YouTube, Twitch, etc. He does fantastic things for not just this league, for sim racers in general, doing his track maps and track tours, and helping people master this sim service.
They're going at it, them
And
two, aren't
Jay's channel is pinned
They're
on
really
the
going at
YouTube
it.
chat, by the way.
Oh, right, excellent, well done. Sam's just pinned that for us in YouTube.
Look at them, they're going hard at it, them two. This
Yeah.
isn't decided. It's 2 minutes to go, and they're still under discussion.
Been going
Hello.
on an hour. Renee telling the car in front, who is laps down, I think that is Chris Dixon. Yes, it is. To
Chris
make
will
room.
keep out the way. He's sensible.
Yeah, nicely done, Chris. Well done, mate. Good effort. More
I
laps
wonder if
cars
this
ahead.
is the last lap or not.
What? Eh? Oh, crikey! Yes, you might be absolutely right. So
I would have stayed on the other guys that crossed the line to see if
Yeah.
any wave white flag or not, but I'm not doing the camera, so I can't go back to
Who was it?
P13.
13. Matthew. Let's just do a bit of this. Have we got a white flag somewhere on the right hand side? There's Barney. Look
Yes,
at that
we
white flag.
have. There's
There we go.
Barney.
Well done, Sam. Much more professional than I could ever be. Right, so Miguel
You're
Freitas.
doing fine.
Does that mean they're not going to get on the checkered flag without us noticing, Pete?
And not this time.
Blimey.
Thanks to Sam, not this time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
really
a-
slick.
This is a brewing battle. The battle of the mats. It's doormat versus somebody help me out. There's got to be another funny one, right?
Okay.
Beer
Whole
mat, beer mat,
Whole
yeah.
mat and done. Beer mat.
Oh, he's going for it as well.
Oh.
Oh, this is going to go on because this is Camel Straight. Where is Miguel? He's 2/3 of the way around. This is going on as well. We find this a lot in these endurance races. Everybody starts battling on the last lap.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's very exciting stuff. They're having a lot of fun.
Yes, they are. And
You
the
just,
battle of the mats
you know,
is
you
still
can see
going.
the sparks coming off their heads. It's great.
Still going on. Oh, hang on. And there goes Miguel Freitas for victory. Well done to you.
Oh, well, congratulations, Miguel.
And that in the background there, flashing his lights, and for all the right reasons, is, again, champion of the series, Stephen Walker.
Congratulations to Stephen.
Alex Sevillano-Ledo over the line, just ahead of Jamie Jeffrey, who in turn just ahead, well, not just ahead, he's got decent time on Tony Walker. And then Tony,
Well done, Tony.
Tony's got about
Fantastic.
11 years ahead of
Well, that's a
Casper.
fantastic drive by him to come in.
Yeah, well done, Casper, as
Winning
well.
is, brilliant driving, and I'm thrilled for Steph.
Yeah, Stefan's done a fantastic job this evening to get that car over the line there in 7th place. What a great job. PVG flashing his lights in appreciation of Stefan's work there, and his own work, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
fantastic.
This got close at the end, look.
This is exciting. This is exciting, Pete, isn't it? And this is just brilliant. This is the end of what a season we've had, and
It's
this is
been
the culmination
amazing.
of it. And it's been a fantastic season. So much great racing given us by these guys. They've served us so well.
Ooh, Battle of the Mats.
It's a mat attack.
Yeah. Beer Mats won.
It's going to be a
came
massacre.
second. Oh, that's legendary. That's great. Love it. Well done to Deck Crowther and Max Nevinchani, who's going to lead Roger Morton over the line just about. Well done to both of these guys. Good finish. Some donuts going on by the sound of the engines. Reverse donuts. It's a front-wheel drive car.
Oh, there's Pete.
Yep, PVG. Sorry, Pete Newman, sorry. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, Pete Newman got his car back.
He did.
Oh, I'm thrilled he managed to finish the race. It was
Well done to Daniel.
doing out of a position, but at least he managed to get to the finish line.
Yeah. People aren't bothered about the points.
Dear. This is emotional stuff.
Isn't it? Your captain.
Come on, Captain.
Much delayed. 13 places down after
Yeah,
that
but
crash
still out
really
there
early on.
doing the do.
Yeah. Demis Tigchalar had a bit of a rough ride in the second half of that race. He was mid-pack for ages. Enjoyed himself clearly. But yeah, he got overhauled by a few cars. And now, oh, where's Chris?
And there's Chris. What's he doing? Oh, he stopped for a sandwich. And
No,
got his flask out.
I think he stopped for a different reason.
Right, like no petrol or something like that.
Oh, he tried the one-stopper, lap 16.
Did he?
On the last lap, yes, I think so.
Somebody,
Somebody, come on.
He almost deserved the driver.
Ah!
yeah,
If he made it to the line, I would have given him.
definitely.
I didn't see that
Dear.
one coming.
Get
lap
out and push
16.
it, Chris. Come on,
But,
lad.
yeah.
Oh, look, you won't be able to go back for him. I tried to do that. I tried to go back for people. You just
Oh,
get disqualified,
Jura.
get flagged.
Germany could have
Oh,
pushed him.
Jerry, you meanie.
There's still Andrew that's still on track. Where is
Oh,
he?
Where is he? Here he comes.
Oh,
This
it's Andy.
This
Come on.
might just happen, folks. This
Come
might
on,
just
Andy.
happen.
Andy will
There's
rescue
4
you, don't
minutes
worry.
left to finish
Yeah.
the lap. So he should be able to do it if Andrew pushes him.
Well, he's beyond Blanchimon, isn't he? That is Blanchimon. He's just round the corner from, isn't it?
I hope so. He should just have to
Although-
go along the straight and through the bus stop.
Although Andy's going a bit quick to stop and push.
No,
oh,
no,
he's doing
coming.
it. Yeah,
he's
he's doing it.
coming. He's coming.
Good work.
They'll be in the Discord discussing this in technical detail.
Wonder how many 4Xs you
Oh,
can get doing
take your brake off. Honestly, Dixon, take your brakes off. Goodness me.
it. Right. Well.
Oh, look at that car.
well,
Come on, come
that is-
on.
Oh, I can't even do the finishing order yet because he's not crossed the line, so the session hasn't finished. We're gonna have to wait here. Oh no, he wasn't through Blanchimon.
It wasn't through Blanchimon. We're at the other side of it.
Yeah. Well done to Andrew for recovering his teammate there.
Well, we do this.
And well done to Chris for trying to one-stop it and getting within, spitting distance of the finish. Really.
Yeah, yeah. I bet there was a few tense moments in the car as that was happening.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
folks,
hello.
here we go. Hopefully they don't pick up any more incident points for 4Xs from shove-ins.
Yeah, we're getting through. Come on.
Go
He's
on.
just going to get over the line.
Everybody go
Come
and
on.
push. Here we go.
And you're in it.
Where's Barney? Checking flag somewhere. Just in
There,
the
he's
distance.
there. There it is.
A little bit further. And
Andy's finished.
there we go. Nice one. Well done.
No, Andy's finished already.
Oh yeah,
Chris hasn't
Andy was
got
on
a
a cool down
finishing.
lap.
Chris hasn't got his thing.
He hasn't got a checker at the minute. I don't know why.
Yeah, he doesn't have it on his DK, but he has it on.
Okay, right, that's good.
Yeah.
Right, let's run through the finishing order then. Now that we've got that finishing order.
We've got him as out. That hasn't affected his placing, has it?
No, he's been positioned in
Right.
27th.
Okay, good.
Let me go back to the beginning. Right, so Miguel Freitas is your victor in this endurance race here at Spa for Impulse Racing. Well done to you. Top points. And then Stephen Walker, I think we can definitely crown him as the championship winner and maintains his title from season to season. The only one to take a trophy out of BSTV because we only started the trophies last season for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. And Alex Tablano-Lado finishes the podium positions for TRL Racing Forces, with Jamie Jeffrey in fourth, no, they said Wilson, for coupes and convertibles racing. So he'll be going back to review his pit stop strategy, I think. First of our Pro-Am cars over the line was Tony Walker tonight for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Casper Smirnoff in second place in class, sixth on track for Sim Racing School, which is his new team as of last race week. Stefan Goebel finished third in class, seventh on track for VTS Esports, with Pete Van Gool PVG over the line in eighth for Result X Pure Sims. Dietmar Hoos over the line in ninth for Cutting Corny TCR team. Needham in 10th for Air Smart Racing. Rene Earhart in 11th for Cutting Corny TCR team. That's actually a very good pair of results for Cutting Corny TCR team. Jay Corley finishes in 12th place on not a recovery drive because he didn't qualify. He's made his way through the field there and then encountered Rene Earhart, who he couldn't overhaul. Matthew Downs in his first race with us, 13th place, Alan, for Solo Mission Racing.
Well,
Very
on a
tight.
night like this as well, that's
Yeah.
a formidable performance, and very well done to Matthew.
And even a better benefit is he finished ahead of Matt Elmore. So, be grateful for the great things. 14th place for Spectre 6 on his return to the league, and hopefully he'll race with us in season 19 as well. The first of our AM class cars, Anthony Hilton tonight, 15th. I say tonight, it's pretty regular. For Mellow Motorsport. And Deck Crowther in 16th for Blade Designs, with Max Nevinchani second in class, 17th on track. 18th was Roger Morton. I'll move this on. 19th was Chris Barnes for Blade Designs. 20th was Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims. I don't know what that does to the standings for the team championship, because obviously Carl Hardy is further south, Pete Newman is there, and PVG had issues. Daniel Lewis finished 21st, but third in class for SRL. That's a really good result for him. Third on and a podium finish for his class. Darrell Wright finished 22nd for Safeguard by Result. Carl Hardy 23rd for Result X Pure Sims. Demis Ticcilar 24th for TRL Racing Forces, with Paul Hurley in 25th for Just an Average Sim Racer. Gerald Larkin 26th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Chris Dixon in 27th. We saw him getting assistance over the line from his teammate Andy Littler in 28th there. Luke Jones 29th for JW Motorsport. Hilton Nickerson, who had some challenges along the route, 30th, but will be back next season. Simon Trendle finished 31st after a technical issue with his headset for Team Chimera, and David Ayres 32nd for Safeguard by Result. So that was a race of major events all the way through it. I feel, Sam and Alan, that we were robbed of a race to the last again, but this time for a technical issue with Simon Trendle, as opposed to what happened last year that Sam probably doesn't even know about. But yeah, I think it would have been nice for them both to have crossed the line, probably first and second, but with Miguel's speed, it was unlikely to happen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Miguel had the pace tonight, clearly, and yes, I don't mind seeing him win a race. He's worked hard all season, and the major awards are going elsewhere, but he's actually pulled a blinder tonight. Unstoppable and unbeatable.
Yeah. Any standout moments for you in that one, Sam?
Oh,
There's been
that's a tough one to ask.
Yeah. We're going to have to go through this again in a minute, so we're going to have to vote for
Yeah,
driver of the meet.
yeah. Save them up. Save those remarks up, Sam. You're
Actually,
gonna need them.
yeah. We'll skip that, and we'll go straight to interviews, providing there's anybody in the booth to interview. There's quite a few, actually. We are going to limit this to, we'll go for, try and get to 5 past. Let's go with, it only seems right and fair to interview our race winner tonight, Miguel Freitas. Good evening.
Good evening.
Wow.
Good evening.
A flag-to-flag victory for you. Standard day at the office, no pressure whatsoever. Nice driving the country in Belgium. You won by a whopping whopping 9.5 seconds in the end. It wasn't your biggest lead. Your biggest lead was something like 11 seconds that I saw. You weren't fuel saving that I could observe anyway. You just seemed to really like Spa, absolutely gas it, and got yourself a mega victory. Well done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks in these cars, and I've been doing pretty much every official that I can, so I came
Right.
prepared.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it showed in massive spadefuls. It seemed like such a professional approach to the race. You seemed to get no trouble at all. You pitted the car nice and sensibly. You had plenty of time around you. I guess you couldn't have asked for a more. Nothing's easy in this league, but you know the least stressful race you could have hoped for yourself, and you worked it out very well.
Yeah, it was. I think the first time I saw a car after the start, it was on the first pit stop, and then I just saw one or two lapped cars, and that was it. I was
great.
all by myself the rest of the race. But yeah, it was kind of the plan. I knew I had a good pace, but I don't think I could just get away from people. But on lap one, on turn one, Pete and Steven went side by side. I was on the limit of the draft train. I was like 1 second ahead,
Yeah.
and I was just waiting for one of them to make a mistake, and it happened.
It
and after
did.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
I could just little by little get away.
I was saying that you'd be giggling inside your helmet because they swapped places at the end of the Camel Straight, and that gifted you enough of a gap to just continue to pull away. So, complete respect to you, because that was a clinical performance. That is exactly how you race this track. And if anybody wants to pay Miguel for his services of training them how to do it, I'm sure he's got favourable rates. But yes. The burning question in everybody's mind is: are you going to be back for season 19? Do you think, or do you have other commitments?
Yes, I will be back for the next season.
Yay.
I know
sorry.
I know it will be hard to do every round. I think I will miss quite a few, even. But yeah, I will try to bring someone from my team. We have someone interested.
Right.
I will try to convince him the best I can.
Yeah, well, 2 from Impulse is always better than just one, even though the one is a wonderful specimen, I must say.
I was going to say brilliant, but that could be wobbly, don't forget, because he was an Impulse racer at one point, but I don't think he is now. I think they saw sense and got rid of him.
Maybe we will be 3 then.
Oh,
I miss him. I miss him anyway, so, you know.
Threats of 3 from Impulse. Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing who that is. We'll keep that as a mystery, because that's always good. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate your ridiculously professional victory here at Spa?
Yeah, shout out. I think Steven is the champion. I don't know the other champions from the other categories, but yeah, congrats to all the champions, to everyone that showed up, to you guys for the broadcast, and yeah, and hopefully next season I have this form from start to finish instead of leaving it all just for the last rounds.
Yeah, great stuff. It's an absolute pleasure to have you in the league. You're such a wonderful addition. And such a massive driving talent. It's very special to watch you race. Miguel Freitas, everybody.
Well done, Miguel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, next up, we will bring in to a massive fanfare, even though we don't have one. And really, does he really deserve the plaudits, given that it's all done by pure luck? Stephen
Yes,
Walker.
he bloody well does deserve them.
Hola!
Hola!
Lots of plaudits.
Hey. It's getting a bit boring, this, if I'm being honest, this winning business. You are yet again our series champion. You have shown tonight that you can balance it all off with fuel saving and being super fast, but just not quite as super fast as the big Miguel Freitas on this track. But in terms of series performance, absolutely mullered everyone. You've done a fantastic job this season. You must have won by at least 300 points. given the fact that Simon had such troubles in the last race with his VR headset.
was that the issue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it crapped out
Yeah,
on
I
him.
saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
good.
pulled it over and kept it safe for everybody else to race, which is absolutely respectable, and a massive shame. And again, 2 seasons in a row. Last race, I feel like I'm robbed of a final race thrashing between 2 drivers, but it is what it is, and you've done a remarkable job all season. Other than Lady Luck, you know, what do you put it down to? Is it practice? Is it pure skill? What is it? What can you share to all the other drivers that aspire to win this league?
If I'm honest, it's a mixture of, I would argue, all of those. You've got, like, I lost count of the amount of seasons where I've had the pace to, like, you know, compete with the rest of the guys when everyone is here.
Yeah.
But then I've just had issues with, like, either equipment. There was one season where my game would, like, crash completely, and it could happen 5 seconds in or half an hour in, so I had no control over that. That cost me a chance of challenging for the championship. I've had wheel issues where it would just randomly disconnect. It almost happened again at Bathurst. Yeah, and then, like I say, just look at, obviously, patience coming back through the fields. I drove better this season than I did last season because I have a lot less, a lot less incident points this season than last season. So yeah, it's just a mixture of everything, really. It's good fun. Everyone.
Incredible, convincing performance, Stephen. It was really a convincing performance. Superb driving all season. Fantastic finishes. Fantastic in fighting. Great. Just everything that you want to see in a driver. And
Yeah.
so easy to admire and so modest as well. It's been a great season for you, man. You've absolutely thrilled everybody. I'm chuffed for you. You deserve to retain your championship and have that number 1 again next season.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks, Alan. That's lovely words, our kid. But yeah, no, it's just, yeah, you know, I like racing here. It's always good competition. Like, I know some of the guys weren't around for the whole thing, but I felt like when they were here, I still had the pace to compete with them and sometimes beat them, not every time, because obviously tracks I'm bad at, they're better at, kind of thing. So, but then racing with Pete and then Miguel as well, it's still, like, difficult. Like, I had no answer for Miguel's pace at all. I could pull out a lap time here and there, but his pace was stupid and the Honda was atrocious from the
Oh,
first.
really?
The Honda was so, as soon as I went into 6th gear, it's like everyone else put NOS on. And I know obviously the
Oh,
track is
God.
strong, but through the middle of the track, if I was pushing, I could gap a little bit, not mega, but that's where my car was the best, because obviously it's the Honda.
Yeah.
But then into the back straight and up Eau Rouge onto Kemmel,
Yeah.
as soon as we got through Eau Rouge, I think the setup was a bit sketchy because the back, I think I was just losing a bit of time because it was just sliding. That didn't help, but ultimately, like I said, as soon as I went into 6th, it's like, Pete, I think he could have just driven past me at any point. But then I could stay in his draft, but if anyone else wanted to overtake me after that, they could have done. And luckily, I think some of them realised we were fuel saving, or like I managed to keep the gap quite well considering I was saving fuel. But ultimately, it was still difficult. And yeah, Miguel deserved that. He had stupidly good pace.
Yeah, he was a force to be reckoned with tonight. We were sketchy on what the strategy was, but you've explained that now.
Yeah, I was very surprised when you say you had a problem with your setup because that car's been working so well, hasn't it, for weeks
Yeah,
now?
like I say, in the corners it felt incredible. I did make a change from my original setup to this one to make it a bit safer, and I do feel it lost something. But ultimately, I was like, all I really have to do is finish the race, so I just kind of went with that. But yeah, maybe it might have made a difference. Obviously, I'm never gonna know. But yeah, like I say, it was just really Kemmel was the big issue. Onto the back straight through P1, it was better because obviously there's a bend in the straight. So I think I changed to 6th just to go round that corner, and then there's not much before the last corner. But I'm not very good in that corner anyway. But yeah, I did the best I could. If Pete hadn't have had the issue, I'm just reading what happened to him. He would have caught me, and I think he would have got me on the last lap. I didn't have to save fuel after my pit stop. I thought I did, but then I didn't. So then I was going as fast as I can, and it was stupid. He caught me, I think, 4/10 on that straight, and he didn't even have my toe.
Right.
No.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it wasn't Pete's night tonight, was it? But
no.
No, I think he realised I was saving fuel after the first one, so then he was saving fuel in the second bit, and he pitted a bit early because Jamie Jeffrey wasn't in the way. It just happened that I did catch him he got a poor run, I got a better run, and then I caught him in an awkward place. I didn't really want to overtake him because he wasn't going slow,
No.
and I was saving fuel.
right,
behind
yeah,
him
we
as
saw
well.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. So ultimately, yeah, it was fun though. I enjoyed it. A good way to send it off. Endurance one, I think they've been a success.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to invest in some window fitters because they're gonna have to take the front window out again in order to get the trophy through.
Yeah, to get your big wood through.
Yeah. Get my wood into your. But yeah, there's something rude in there. But yeah. So have you got room in the house for it? I mean, it's the same as the other one. I mean, it takes 6-7 blokes to lift it, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, I think my brother's sometimes the postman for my house actually.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
we'll see if he can get your wood through my box.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. My wood into your box.
making sure the mail's delivered as well.
And that, yeah. It'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? But what a fantastic season yet again. I don't know how many seasons is this you've won. 20.
I want to say it's my 5th or 6th championship.
Yeah, I think so. It's that many, folks, that you can't remember how many it is, and neither can
Well,
I.
Wait, let me think.
It goes back a long way, though.
It
doesn't
does,
It
yeah.
goes back a long way.
Yeah, 4
But,
years.
I think
yeah.
it's 6th because I've done 3 in the Audi and 3 in the Honda, and I
Right.
can't win any championship in either of the Hyundais.
Right, okay.
At all.
Oh dear, funny stuff. But anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate finishing tonight in 2nd place, which is remarkable, and also obviously the standout victory is your championship. You are our season, what is this, 18 champion, Stephen Walker. Who are you shouting out to?
Obviously, you guys were putting it on. Without you guys, there'd be no championship to win. And let's face it, the last 3 seasons, this thing has gone from strength to strength. We had even more new people joining and asking to join at the last race of the season, which is, it's a rare thing. So that just speaks volumes about you guys and how everyone conducts themselves in the league. Yeah, obviously there's some races where things happen, but ultimately, everyone just kind of gets on with it. It's pretty good. My brother for getting his first win this season on, I would argue, merit. It was a reverse grid, but he still had to do it, and it's just easy track to make a mistake at Zolder. So he deserved that. He was really good, and he had to deal with a safety car, which he's never done before, leading from the front. So yeah, to him, my teammates, Sam, Spencer, and Naveed. Yeah, Cap for coming back, and just everyone that I've raced this season, Miguel, Pete. It was nice to race them properly. Sometimes I don't get to race Pete much, but he's been around a while. I've got a lot of respect for him, and it's nice to compete with guys like that. And sometimes beat them, sometimes they beat you. Just there's a high level of speed and pace in this league, and it shows up and down the field. And I feel like everyone has a good race, or they have someone to race, and that's again just falls back on you guys for taking the time to put it on and sort it out, and we really appreciate it. That's all of us. Oh, and Carl for the lobbies as well. Not wobbly, Carl.
Yeah, not wobbly, Carl Hardy.
Massive shout out to Carl. So
yeah, he does deserve that because he's a massive supporter of this league in that way. In that case,
he's an awesome captain as well.
He is.
Yeah,
yeah, too right. So, well done. we need to celebrate the fact that you are now, yet again, refreshed as our series champion, and we will look forward to seeing you in season 19, where you can finish your Jenga pile of trophies. Stephen, and obviously it was pure luck. Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker, our freshly recrowned champion of the series.
Cheers,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to go and fill my whiskey up.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to drag somebody new in, and we're going to go for... Who are we going to go for? We'll bring in, because I enjoy interviewing Casper Smirnoff. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Right, where are you on track? On here, there you are. Right, so you started the race in 8th place, and from my perspective at least, you had a very, very solid, very, very safe, but very professional race throughout. At one point, you had about 11 seconds in front of you and about 7 seconds behind you, and yeah, it was a bit like a race in the country for you for a little while, but you held it together and you got yourself a decent set of points, up 2 positions from your start, and have represented your new team of Sim Racing School very, very well. Talk us through your race.
It was boring, to be honest,
was
because it was really boring. I had no pace to stay with the group in front of me.
Right. Is that
Like
car or setup or both?
More like setup, because Tony stayed with that group,
Oh, true. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
and he was in Honda, and he has similar pace to me, so I think it was more of a setup.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah, you were there and thereabouts though, matey. It's not like
Yeah.
you were sort of disappearing into the gloom at the back or anything, was it? You know.
Yeah, I was like lacking 0.2, something like
Yeah,
that. It was
yeah.
not much.
No,
No.
just enough to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah.
in a long race like this, 0.2 of a second every lap, it soon mounts up, I guess. But what a great finish in terms of position overall, 6th place. Did you were you top of your class? No, Tony was.
No,
wasn't
No,
Tony.
he?
second.
Yeah, second
Tony
in
was in
class.
front.
Very, very good performance. Hopefully, we'll see you back in season 19. That'd be wonderful if you could do, and bring Sim Racing School, any other races in that little pool with you. Get Magda racing. Buy another rig.
Oh no, she won't. She won't.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Just get her a new rig. Get her a rig. Get her a Simu Cube or something. Something cheap. It only costs a few thousand euros.
I'm racing on T300.
Well, she deserves the best, doesn't she? But yeah, it'd be great to have you back, and even better to have Magda racing. But yeah, have you got plans for season 19, or do you need to do real life stuff?
I will race in next season, but not on every round.
Right.
I have to give myself some break, because racing every week, week in, week out, it's just tiring.
It
to be
is.
honest.
Yeah, I honestly can agree with that. I've done it before. We all have in this booth actually. You've burnt yourself out in the past, haven't you, Sam? Doing racing too much. We've spoken about this a few times.
Yeah.
I was burnt out before I started racing.
Yeah. The first time I was up a ladder, I was down a well. It's been brilliant having you in our league the last 2 seasons, and we hope many more to come. If you can't race every race, that's fine. As long as you enjoy the ones that you do race, that is what is important. That's what we're here for. Not for race victories necessarily, but to create a community where people can race and have fun in those races.
Racing here is really, really fun. It was fun season, because racing here is just clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're proud of it, Casper.
Yeah, we
we're
are.
proud of it. We're proud of the way the league functions. It's not down to us. It's down to the drivers and the standards they set for themselves and you set for yourselves. And we're very proud of you all. We are, and the way you drive and the courtesy and the respect you show each other. It's something I'm really proud of. I never shut up about it, frankly.
No, and nor should you. Nor should you. In that case, we will let you do your shout outs because sixth place in a league as strong as this is something to celebrate. So, over to you, Casper.
First of all, sixth this race and third overall because
Yes.
of the Pete DNF.
Yep.
And it's funny. I think it was just payback for Manicure
Yeah.
for the penalty.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is fair. It all comes around in swings and roundabouts at points in the history. Anybody else you want to shout out to?
Magda, Hono tu. Chodź tu. I have
yeah.
her here,
Oh,
and
alright.
she
Oh.
wants to tell you something.
All right, go on. Yeah, let's have that. Yeah, that's good.
Well, hello guys.
Hello, Magda. Hello.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm
This is good.
excited.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, all I have to say is that it was a really, really interesting season. And as a person who, before meeting Casper, I have never been a person especially keen on motorsport or something like that. And to be honest, I discovered that it might be fun to watch.
Yeah. No, that's great then. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you for coming on the chat. I know it's an uncomfortable thing for people that aren't used to being on broadcasts, and it's great actually that you've said that. Motor racing
Yeah.
can seem a bit foreboding for people, and it's not necessarily the most interesting thing for everybody. But the fact that you've got a taste for it now as a result of this and Casper being part of this league, that's fantastic. And yeah, thank you for coming on and saying that. And your English is impeccable. I don't know how maybe you live in England. I don't know. But that
No,
that's spectacular,
clearly not.
spectacular English. So well done. And
Your mom is English teacher, so
Yeah.
oh, okay then
Well,
that explains it.
So she kind of, I don't want to use the word forced me to learn that.
Encouraged you, maybe.
Seriously encouraged. Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, in that case, thanks to Magda's mum.
Well, she did you a favour.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look forward to both of you being in our interviews every race next season.
Well, it's up to Casper, actually.
Yeah, too
You're
right.
an
Yeah.
awful man, Bingham. You really are.
I know, I'm terrible, aren't I? Terrible, absolutely terrible. In that case, we will look forward to seeing Casper racing and Magda in the chat speaking perfect Queen's English in season 19, which starts in a fortnight, folks. And we will say thank you to Casper, Magda. We will see you next time.
thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, that's been beautiful.
That's
Absolutely
fantastic.
beautiful.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
that makes the
That's
whole
really
season
lovely.
worthwhile, Alan. It really
Ah.
does.
oh, marvellous. Absolutely marvellous.
Yeah, right. One more. We're going to do one more, if that's all right, Alan. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course we can,
Yeah,
sweetie.
yeah, cool.
I'm sitting there, honestly, I'm filled up. That last has filled me up.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. I don't know how much
Lovely.
Jay heard of that, but welcome to the booth, Jay Corley.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Oh,
Jay.
spectacular, mate, spectacular. Let me find you on track. You did not qualify the car. You did the last to first challenge. What was there a reason for not qualifying? Did you just want to let everybody do their own thing?
I just think content is content sometimes.
Content. Yeah, absolutely.
His content with his content.
I know, yeah.
Absolutely.
It was. I mean, you were up 17 places from your start position until you found that pesky Rene Earhart from Cutting Corny TCR team. He's frustrating, isn't he?
It's like a rash that you can't get. I'm joking. He's definitely not a rash. Nah, it's oh god, if he listens to this, Rene, I'm so sorry. But no, me and Rene are in officials, and our past battles in this league always have a good time. I'm racing last two races semi-casually, here to have fun. Don't want to come into the last two races and accidentally ruin like a team championship or pro AM. You know, I just want to keep out of everyone's way, but at the same time, I'm in still to sort of like rub a couple of doors and
Yeah.
and have fun at times. So yeah, Renee, I will see you again next season. Can't wait for more.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
right. Well
No,
said.
it was fun watching you going at it, and it was clear you're having a lot of fun out there, and yeah, that's what it's all about, mate. It looked great, it looked exciting, and I wish I was in that car with you. It looks a lot of fun to
There's
me.
room in the back seat, sir, so you can come in any time you want. I'll just have to fuel up a bit less, just to keep the speed on the straights.
Too right. And we've plugged your channels a couple of times in this one.
Thank
I've
you.
even tried to inspire people to subscribe and pay for your channels. So when you're a millionaire next week, remember me, won't you?
Yeah, give me your money, everyone. Give me all of your money.
Yeah, too
I
right.
even take check.
Not mine, you won't. They're made of rubber. But yes, it's great having you racing with us. No matter how many races it is, it's brilliant watching you making your way through the field and dicing with everybody. Fantastically entertaining tonight. I think you got about as much footage as the race leader, if not twice as much, because he was out 11 seconds in the distance most of the time. Hopefully you had a blast.
Oh, absolutely. Like everyone who I raced with tonight, respectful racing, space given, a couple of incidents in front and a couple of incidents behind. I was very fortunate enough not to be involved in any of them. Touch wood, or in Pete Newman's case, touch the emergency button to turn off the rig and crash it on the straight.
I
But-
know. I've
sorry,
seen that in
Pete.
the chat. I wasn't going to mention it, but I'm so glad you did.
No, no.
Oh dear. So Pete Newman, we replayed it because we were trying to figure out what the hell happened. His car just kind of speared off to the left, and we thought,
I'm so
right,
sorry,
he's had a wheel disconnect. And yes, he did have a wheel disconnect because he accidentally hit his emergency stop button on his rig. Because for those that don't know, some of these rigs and some of the force feedback are so powerful, they could easily break your wrist or break your thumbs. So you have an emergency stop button to get yourself out of crappy situations. He's hit it with his water bottle and disconnected his wheel.
My
That's what he
God.
did.
I've never...
I've got one of those buttons,
What?
Pete.
I know. Keep it away from
I
your
have, to
water
have, I
bottle.
have to have 10 things between me and it just to keep it away from me, to
Well-
make sure I don't hit it by accident.
Well, yes. Go and have a word with
It-
Pete Newman, will you?
It just means that if I had to hit it ever for real, it's pointless.
So, Pete Newman, I was going to keep it a secret. Jay Corley ratted you out.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, he's got his water bottle in a better position than I have. Mine's next to like sockets and plugs and stuff. So if you hear
Massive
someone
electrical
screaming,
fire.
You can go
if you
in.
see a Honda Civic just doing break dancing in the middle of the corner, then yes, it's probably hurting.
Brilliant. That is fantastic. Oh, dear. Well, hopefully you'll come back for some racing in season 19. I know you can't do every race every season. You're a superstar. You've got signatures to, put onto pictures of yourself semi-naked and things like that, and send them out to your loving fans.
It's all the time he spends
I
kissing
sent
those
you
pictures.
that.
That's
Yes,
the
I know.
trouble.
It's
I
worrying,
sent
isn't
you
it?
that in confidence. Well,
Yeah.
just throw that out, Pete. Doesn't mean you have to rat out my side.
Oh, I'm just trying to help Pete Newman out. That's all I was doing. But yeah, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and, apparently kiss and sign a lot of pictures of yourself?
Massive thank you to the result team, all of them. They've been in my ear tonight, just been entertaining, listening to each and every one of them, and it felt good being back after a season out. Like when my Wednesdays have been full of work, just sat there watching the stream and the broadcast, just a little tear in my eye, just like should have been me.
Oh, so sweet.
But tonight just felt like the good old days. And of course, massive shout out to all of you lot here for all the organisation you do, the commentary, the entertainment, and I'm literally refreshing the Discord every hour. I'm even waking up in the middle of the night refreshing just to make sure that sign up's there, so I can be one of the first names on there.
Oh,
So you
That's
want
the
to give us
right
an inside
way.
scoop as to when that's coming out, so I can stop setting alarms and stop losing sleep?
That'll be Sunday. That'll definitely be Sunday. I've got quite a lot of work to do. But yeah, season 19 will be available for everybody on Sunday afternoon. For sign up, obviously Jay will be the very first one. And that
Turn
gets
my
him.
alarms off. Thank you.
Yeah, that gets him an immediate 1,000 point head start on everybody else.
And I'll still lose.
Oh dear, brilliant. But yeah, it's been very entertaining having you in our last few races of the season. I hope you can sign up and do some races next season as well. You get some free advertising, so it's probably worth it.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
yeah, we look forward to having you in our interview room, probably and hopefully for some podium finishes next season. Jay Corley, everybody.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
guys. And
Well done, matey.
thank you. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, that's going to be the end of the interviews, folks, because we've got that far beyond our normal time. Right,
It's because I'm old.
it's not just you, mate. I am scooting down that road very quickly after you, and then scooting down the road after us is Sam. I'm gonna press you both now for a driver of the meeting. This could be significant depending on how you cast your vote.
Yes.
so,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It probably won't be though, because I'm going to throw mine away a bit. I think
Are you
in terms
really?
of the thing. Well, no, I'm not going to throw it away because I'm going to give it to somebody I think deserves it. But I don't think it's going to affect
Okay.
outcomes or anything.
Okay, you don't think it's going to lever the championship in any one direction?
No, I don't. I think. No, well, I mean, let me go first. So, I mean,
Yeah, go on.
Tony, I mean, I would like to. Tony deserves. I mean, he got a double last week, but he deserves it again. He was thrown fantastically again tonight.
Yeah, super
Yes.
strong, super strong.
I'm thrilled for Stefan. Absolutely thrilled for him. You know, love to give him it. I just think he's so brilliant. Rene was so entertaining. You know, really brilliant. PVG, another really great drive. You could, all of these people, they're all worthy. I want to give it to Miguel because I'm absolutely chuffed that he won the race, and he just charms the birds off the trees. He's fantastic in every respect. So I just want to give all of these people that bloody vote. So since I couldn't decide, in the end, I'm going to give it a sympathy vote to my mate Pete Newman.
Pete
for
New. Oh,
turning
really? Right.
his ring off when he was in a killer position in a race that mattered.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really very unfortunate and a poor outcome for the man who put so much time and effort into the league this season.
Yeah, he was so competitive as well. I mean, he was swapping positions for
He
second and
was.
third constantly.
I
You're
know,
right.
and-
You're right. It's disastrous when tech. Well, it's the way he's designed his rig, but you know, yeah, he's been unfortunate there. Well, I'm gonna.
Anyway, I think he deserves my vote. He's deserved it many times in the season, and he's got my vote tonight.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a well spent vote, in my opinion. Sam, anybody crowned themselves in your world enough to get the vote from you tonight?
No.
No. Right. No vote from. No vote from Sam.
I didn't know that was an option. I would
He's
have
he's tough as Sam.
people.
Very hard to impress.
Absolutely.
No,
Brutal.
no. You know what? I'm impressed by a lot of people. I think Alan said it all, but I will give my vote to Jay because I think starting last and going up almost top 10 in the end, that's impressive.
Very good.
Yeah.
No, and well spent because it's not easy
Yeah.
making your way through a field on a track as fast as this.
And well, he spent
in
half the race blocked as well in a
did.
fierce battle with somebody else. you know.
Rene.
Yeah.
He couldn't separate them for like half the race. So that's a well placed vote. My vote is going to one that Mr. Alan Toon has already mentioned. I think his performance was very professional. He's managed to maintain his position throughout the race. He has topped his little Pro-Am category. It's not little at all, it's the biggest one. It's Tony Walker. Very, very professionally driven. Kept out of trouble. Was he lifted where he was supposed to, and he gassed it when he needed to. Tony Walker gets my vote tonight for all the reasons that
I'm good.
Sam
No, he
stated.
deserved it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
really deserves it. You know.
Yeah. Very good.
He's-
Very, very good.
I'm thrilled for the lad as well. I'm really thrilled that he's done this. You know, these are great, significant achievements for him. They mean a lot to him. You know, he's worked for years to become this good a driver, and winning that race last week on genuine merit was massive for him.
It
massive.
was. Yeah, absolutely. He's done 2 final race weeks, which are sublime. And you know, when your brother's stolen all the luck in the world and left you with none, you have to do it on skill instead. So you know, kudos to him. So my vote's gone there. But the headline is, or 2 headlines: Miguel Freitas bossed Spa, absolutely schooled everybody, and won by about 6 million years. And Stephen Walker took the championship this season, folks. You know, try and get some coaching with him, because what he's forgotten about racing is probably worth all the tea in China, as they say. It's been a fantastic season. It's going to be a shame to let it go, but season 19.
It is. I agree with you, Pete. I think it's been just I think the last 3 seasons have just been something out of this world.
Yeah, I think there's a coincidence that you've been commentating on the last 3 seasons, but yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful league to be organizer of, to be honest, and you know, Sam sits in the background there doing all the technical stuff, the silent success.
It's
all
family. It's a core family of people.
It is, yeah.
Who are, you know, associated with this enterprise, and hopefully always will be, because it's you know, this is family.
It's very different to a lot of the other leagues, and I think that the whole community makes the difference. I'd like to extend my thanks to everybody that watched throughout this season, everybody that watched tonight, obviously, all the racers that have turned up week in, week out, and those that have just landed on certain races and raced. They have contributed immensely. Thanks to Sam Boozin for all the technical stuff that is done in the background and joining us on these occasional races to commentate. Invaluable insight into this one, because he lives 45 minutes, no less, from the track at Spa. Thanks to the fellowship who sit in the background. You know who you are. Who contribute to the subtle but important changes to this league and make such a massive difference. And thanks to you, Sir Alan, for your wonderfully wise words all the way through, which keep us professional here in this TCR Challenge Cup. And we sail into the distance and towards season 19 with utter confidence that we're going to get such a bumper league next season. It's going to be one not to miss. I'm going to say thanks to everybody again. Stay safe, everybody. I will see you in season 19, and I'm going to hand you over first tonight to Sam to say his, thanks and ending credits before he hands over to Alan. So good night, folks. We'll see you next season. Thank you for everything. Good night.
Good night, everybody, and thanks to all the people that helped Pete putting this together. You know who you are, so thank you all, and thanks, Alan, for all the work you do so I can rest a bit on Wednesday. And I'm glad I've joined you for a few races. That was all entertaining. Looking forward to season 19, and we'll see you in the next future.
That's Sam finished. That means it's my turn. Well,
Yeah.
we've had a time, haven't we? Really. Very exciting, and new drivers joining the league on the last day of the season is. I've seen a lot of stuff in my time, but I haven't seen that before. Let me tell you, that is pretty special stuff. The whole thing feels very special to me at the moment. There's some amazing racing, some amazing camaraderie. The Discord room is humming. You make us feel so wanted and make us feel so special. It's just our pleasure to be here, and It's my pleasure to sit in this seat next to Pete every week, and he called it work. What a joke! It's just a pure delight, and long may it rain. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing us all next season when it's all to play for again. Big chord, Pete.